It's funny how like you can say that like that. Something that's
I said go live. We live, man. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, we can anyway.
Oh, all good.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to do it.
But
We live.
Mm-hmm. That's
We
YouTube
live.
right there.
Yeah.
Probably nobody on there yet.
Yeah, but they hear you now on the playback.
Okay. Y'all disregard that.
Yeah, we edit that out.
Yeah.
All right.
This song here is dedicated to
On
all
Facebook.
Let's see. Should be first one. Yeah, so,
how you should keep the Sabbath.
get to.
How the law is done away with. My advice to you is just ignore it. Keep the Most High first. Keep His law. That's what we doing over here. We resting. We're chilling on the Sabbath. That's what we doing. We chilling on the Sabbath.
First thing, 28.
We're chilling on the Sabbath. I know y'all go to church on Sunday. They all confused. We're chilling on the Sabbath. We're chilling on the Sabbath. The seventh day of the week. We're chilling on the Sabbath. Friday sundown, Saturday sundown. Say we're chilling on the Sabbath. While
You
everybody
doing that? Shabbat shalom, Tan. How you doing, sister?
Hey, Jay.
we're reading scripture and singing to the Most High.
Yeah.
Cause we know the law and
What you
we
doing?
keep the Father's holy
I'll mess you up after this live.
So let people say what they want to say. Let 'em
That's like saying he want to put my shoulder and have my head in the picture. That's fine, though. Hey, oh, y'all can hear me. That's fine.
Get that big milk dude in there. I be trying, man.
So it is.
Even though we cut off from the Western line, it still holds as far as the look on YouTube, ain't it?
I don't know. I have no idea. What you talking about?
You know how we cut over here, but it's not. It don't show like that on YouTube. The camera, it shows the whole screen. This ain't in the way yet.
Oh, no.
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, you get it.
I think it's coming. Yeah.
Iran, not Iran. Shabbat shalom, girl.
We're chilling on the Sabbath. We're chilling on the Lord's day. We're chilling on the Sabbath. You back on, you tell them this right here. Now don't look for me on no Sunday at your church no more. Cause now I keep the holy Saturday. See, I can show you in my Bible. Exodus chapter 20. Just scroll down and look at verse 8. Verse 8. For commandment says, remember the Sabbath and keep it holy. And we should always honor the Most High. Honor the Most High.
Oh, man. Y'all gonna share this video. Y'all, this gonna be a good one today. Tag somebody you might know who need to spiritualize with. Hey, Mia.
Mia. Shabbat shalom, Mia. Miss Mary. Shalom.
Miss Mary on there. Hey, Miss Mary. Andrea. Andrea says she.
Andrea.
Doing a little better, I think.
That's right.
Gonna keep praying. We're gonna keep praying. Pray that thing out.
Pray that thing awful. All right. I'm not looking for
and do exactly what he says. And don't let the non-believers convince you that the law is done away with. You just rest and chill with the Most High.
Yeah, this is Sister Sonya. Hey, Sister Sonya.
All praise to the Most High. Where she is?
Sonya G.
Hey, Sonya.
Shabbat shalom. What's something? What's she is?
You Lisa.
Oh, there she is. My bloody friend.
Oh, okay. Hey.
Right there. Did you see that when I posted last night? Well, listen, I was born ready too. You will. They read it.
Why you never let you look?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is it? For real? That's one of the reasons I was moving on to grandmother house was a white man, baby. Really? Yep. Well, my father thinking.
Wow.
That's how he was.
Wow.
And then I
Look
come
at
back
that, all
looking
that
just like
time.
him, man. And yeah. Look at that. Ray Ray tell me that. She was telling me anyway. That's something. She trying to pull that picture up, man. All right. Let's get into it. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Thank y'all for joining us on this Shabbat.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We got some good stuff on this morning.
So you got some good stuff.
Yeah, we do. Gotta
Right.
get some, some stuff. So let's go on here and get the scriptures. Get this out. Yes, we do. Open our spiritual eyes. All right. Psalms 119, verse 104.
Through that precept,
Through that precepts.
I get understanding.
Uh-huh.
Therefore, I hate every false way.
Every false way.
Yeah, man.
I hate it.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Oh, look out now.
Yes, sir.
That don't be playing,
Yeah,
boy.
lad.
You don't be playing. You don't be playing, boy.
Hey, lad.
Well.
Hey, lad.
All right.
I see you.
Looking good, sis.
Look like Beyonce on what the movie with Jamie Foxx. They singing.
Oh, yeah. Cadillac record.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Cadillac Records. Got Cadillac Records. And... That's on my daddy record.
Fred Sanford, man.
Look.
Mike. Shalom,
What's
brother.
our title? What's our title, real quick? Look at it.
Lord.
Lord, open our spiritual eyes.
Yeah.
And the title come from a story in 2 Kings. And I want to look at that first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just
Go from there.
Yep. Yeah. But this here, I know this is one angle. The story that we're gonna read is one angle.
Yeah.
But I wanna get the opposite side of it too.
Okay.
But we're springboard from here.
Yep.
All right, man. Let's get 2 Kings 6. And let's start at let's start at 8.
2 Kings chapter 6, starting with verse 8. Then the king of Syria warred against Israel and took counsel with his servants, saying, in such and such a place shall be my camp. And the man of God sent unto the king of Israel, saying, beware that thou pass not such a place, for thither the Syrians are come down. And the king of Israel sent to the place which the man of God told him and warned him of, and saved himself there, not once nor twice. Therefore the heart of the king of Syria was sore troubled for this thing. And he called his servants and said unto them, will ye not show me which of us is for the king of Israel? And one of his servants said, none, my lord, O king, but Elijah, the prophet that is in Israel, telleth the king of Israel the words that thou speakest in thy bedchamber.
I'm sorry. So what's going on is Syria is coming down warring with the northern kingdom. And every time the king of Syria plots something, the king of Israel already know about it.
Yeah.
And so the king of Syria saying, hey, look, we got a traitor in him.
Somebody's saying something.
Somebody's saying something.
Yep.
You know, every time I make a move, he already there.
Yeah.
Or didn't counter, you know.
Yeah.
So what's going on? And they say, look, no, ain't no traitors in here. Calm down. It's Elijah.
Yeah.
Elisha.
Like so.
Yeah, Elisha. He tells the king what you gonna do before you do.
Yep.
So he's saying, well, go find him. Did I get ahead? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm getting ahead. Okay. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Verse 13. And he said, go and spy where he is, that I may send and fetch him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was told him, saying, behold, he is in Dothan.
Not Alabama, but that's Tan. That's Tan and
Dothan, Alabama.
that's what they run. Go ahead.
14. Therefore sent he thither horses and chariots and a great host, and they came by night and compassed the city about.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And when the servant of the man of God was risen early
Yeah.
and gone forth, behold, and hosts compassed the city both with horses and chariots.
Mhm.
And his servant said unto him, alas, my master, how shall we do?
Mm-hmm.
And he answered, fear not, for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
No, wait a minute.
Remember that now.
I just picture, you know, Elijah going out, or the servant going out on the porch, you know, in the morning, stretching, and he look up to your army
Scared to death.
all the way around.
Yep.
And he said, oh, Lord,
In trouble.
Elijah, we in trouble.
Yep.
Look at all these folks come to get us.
Yep.
And what he tell them to be more what?
And he answered, fear not,
Uh-huh.
for they that be with us are more than they that be with them.
And I'm sure the servant looking at him like,
Like a fool. Who? What the word are you talking about?
Who is with us?
just me
Oh
and
man,
you.
you. What are you talking about?
So crazy.
We can't defeat them.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
What Elijah's at? Elijah.
17. And Elisha prayed and said, Lord, I
Mhm.
pray thee, open his eyes that he may see.
What?
Say it again.
And Elisha prayed
Uh-huh.
and said, Lord, I pray thee,
Do what?
open his eyes
Open
that
his
he
eyes.
may see.
What
He may
eyes?
see.
His eyes was already open.
Yeah.
What eyes are you talking about? Spiritually.
So one of them things that he can't see.
That's right.
What did he see?
And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man,
Mhm.
and he saw, and behold, the mountain was full of horses and chariots of fire round about Elisha.
Hmm.
And when they came down to him, Elisha prayed unto the Lord and said, smite these people,
Mhm.
I pray thee, with blindness.
Mm-hmm.
And he smote them with blindness according to the word of Elisha.
Hold on. Give you 17 one more time. If you don't mind.
Back up to 17.
Yeah.
And Elisha prayed
Uh-huh.
and said, Lord, I pray thee, open his eyes
Uh-huh.
that he may see.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord opened the eyes of the young man,
And then what?
and he saw.
Mhm.
And behold, the mountains were full of horses and
Horses.
chariots of fire
Yep.
round about Elisha.
See, now, I always wonder, can Elisha see like this all the time? I mean, could he see this?
Right,
Or did he
right.
just know that they were there? That's just something I always ask myself,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, the servant got to see the spiritual world
Right.
that we can't see.
That's right.
But the things going around us, even right now,
Mhm.
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
All the time.
And that's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
That's what we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
I-
That's good, man. Because sometimes I think that, and we have to understand that, and I think we do that. There's a spiritual,
Element.
yeah, that's taking place because we don't see it. Sometimes we can forget that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we have to remember, y'all, that, and this is always the way I saw it, is that, you know, I didn't create myself. So we have to understand that we're not in control of ourselves as we like we think we are.
Right.
There's a spiritual warfare that's taking place right now. It has been from the beginning of time. You have the Most High and you have Satan. So what I had to realize and understand through the scriptures is who or what am I being influenced
Mm-hmm.
by?
Exactly.
Because sometimes we think that we're in control of our life and we're making all the decisions
Mhm.
for ourselves, but I had came to realize that you're either being influenced by good or evil.
All the time.
There's
At all
no,
times.
brothers and sisters, there's no neutral side to this. You're either being influenced by good or evil, period. And we didn't create ourselves, so who or what are we yielding our members to?
Right.
Good or evil? We have to always remember that. And I started thinking, in every aspect of my life and everything am I doing, I start asking myself, am I yielding myself totally to the Most High and what He wants me to do? Or there are certain times in my area of, that I fall and I know, okay, I was in the flesh on that.
Yeah.
I got to be real with myself.
I was just gonna say that. Be honest with yourself.
Be honest.
I was just about to say that.
I'm in my flesh. That's not the Most High. And so that we have to be real with ourselves. And when we do that, what we're doing is exposing.
Right. Exactly.
You're exposing it, and we know that darkness cannot dwell in with light.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're exposing it,
Putting the light on it.
putting the light on it.
That's right.
And it got to flee.
It got to go.
Anytime you go in a dark room and turn the light on,
That's right.
you don't the darkness goes away.
Let's go. That's
You
it.
gotta go.
That's right.
You gotta go. You gotta run from the light.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Before
Go
you
ahead.
get in there, because you made me think about when Christ say confess your faults one to another.
Right. Right.
Not so people can know your business,
Exactly.
but what he just said.
Yeah.
You're exposing the whatever it is,
Yeah.
and darkness can't dwell with the light.
Can't do it.
So you go and get the psychiatrist $500 an hour,
Right.
and you feel better when you leave. Not because he did nothing, he didn't ask you some questions. Sit there and act like you're taking notes.
Mm-hmm.
But you doing all the work yourself. You exposing what's wrong with you.
That's right.
And I think a lot of times what we do is like you said, we forget that aspect, but we also forget that Satan literally walks with us too.
Right.
So
All
he
the time.
literally,
That's right.
a lot of times we just think about he tempts us,
Yeah.
but he knows our triggers too.
That's right.
So he tempts us and triggers us.
Yep.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have to know, but in those triggers, that's that little piece
Yeah,
that can open up
Mm-hmm.
a whole lot more if you're not aware of yourself and what your triggers are and the things that can bother
That's
you.
right.
Because that can blow up into something major.
Right.
Because
That's right.
you haven't learned who and what those triggers are.
Yeah. It's good to know.
That's it.
You gotta know.
Because it's a spirit. It's really a spirit.
That's it. Yep. There's no neutral side. That's what I had to learn. It's not a neutral side to this thing. It's either you on the Most High side or Satan side. That's it. It's not a neutral side to this. I had to learn it. What you got, BJ?
I had wanted to go and get the origins of it. I know we went over a couple times, but I want to read this whole chapter.
Okay.
Chapter 15
All right.
of Enoch.
Okay.
And then we can jump.
Gotcha.
Once we got that and can identify, but that's the thing. We got to identify first before we can fight it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You have to be able to discern.
You can't fight nothing you can't. Right.
Right. You don't understand what you can't see.
Right.
Yeah.
Spiritually.
Spiritually.
Right. All right, man. So I want to get. Oh, here you go. Okay. Enoch, and we're gonna read the whole chapter 15. About
10,
11 verses.
Yeah.
The book of Enoch, starting at chapter 15, verse 1. And he answered and said to me, and I heard his voice, fear not, Enoch, thou righteous man and scribe of righteousness. Approach hither and hear my voice. And go, say to the watchers of heaven, who have sent thee to intercede for them.
Mm-hmm.
You should intercede for men and not men for you.
I probably should have started in Genesis 6, when the angels of heaven came down and slept with women and had children. So their watchers or the angels who came down, they realized, they said, oh Lord, we done messed up with the Most High. This sin, this thing we did felt good at the time.
Yeah.
But now we done messed up.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get Enoch, the righteous one, on the earth. How about going to talk to God for us?
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell him we sorry, tell him we messed up.
Mm-hmm.
And
remember what they did, y'all, when they messed up. God didn't have nothing to say to them no more. They couldn't go to God before God no more. They had to get what's his name, Enoch, to go before God for them when they did that fall.
So this is where he picking up at.
Yeah.
And what's there something else I want to say about that? If it's your first time, with us, we read those books. We read the extra books, the books that are mentioned in the Bible, because we want to know the whole story.
Right.
So, if you go to church, they'll tell you that a Genesis 6 experience was the sons of
men,
Seth,
yeah,
marrying the daughters of Cain. Some or vice versa.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
So, but ain't no sin in that. What's wrong with that?
Mm-hmm.
So that don't even make sense. These were real fallen angels. You can go to Jude, you can go to Peter, and they'll tell you these were fallen angels coming down to sleep with women.
Yeah.
And they had kids. So we're gonna see where these evil spirits come from.
Mm-hmm.
Don't get the evil spirits confused with the angels that fell. That's different now. We're gonna get the difference.
Right.
Go ahead.
This was in Genesis they call them Nephilims, right? In Genesis they call them Nephilim.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Back to verse 2.
The angels.
Yeah. The angels. And go say to the watchers of heaven who have sent thee to intercede for them, you should intercede for men and not men for you.
You're supposed to be interceding for. You're supposed to be ministering to the humans,
right?
Not the humans coming to me for you.
Right.
You got it backwards. You done twisted it up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Wherefore have ye left the high, holy, and eternal heaven, and lain with women, and defiled yourself with the daughters of men, and taken to yourselves wives, and done like the children of earth, and begotten giants as your sons.
You got what?
Giants.
So the offspring between the human woman and the angel that fell, was a giant.
Yep.
Okay.
A tainted seed.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Something God didn't make.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
And though ye were holy, spiritual, living the eternal life, you have defiled yourself with the blood of women, and have begotten children with the blood of flesh, and as the children of men have lusted after flesh and blood, as those also do who die and perish.
Mm-hmm. Most High giving the angels the business. Now, he really, you weren't supposed to do this. He's really getting into it. Yep. Go ahead.
Therefore have I given them wives also, that they might impregnate them, and begot children by them,
right?
Thus that nothing might be wanting to them on earth. But you were formerly spiritual,
right?
Living.
You were what?
Formerly
spiritual. Go ahead.
Living the eternal life, and immortal for all generations of the world,
right?
And therefore I have not appointed wives for you.
You don't need no wives. You eternal.
Yep.
You don't need to bring offspring to keep the race going.
That's right.
Yeah, that's why they give you no wife. Okay.
For as for the spiritual ones of the heaven, in heaven is their dwelling. And now the giants who are produced from the spirit and flesh shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling.
Go back to the very first part of that.
And now the giants.
No, go ahead.
And now the giants who are produced from the spirit and flesh shall be called evil spirits among the earth.
So the giants, when they die, I ain't got no place for them to go. They can't go to hell. They can't go to heaven. I ain't got nowhere for them to go. So the spirit is going to remain there on the earth. The bodies are going to go back to the dust. But the spirits, I ain't got nowhere for them to go.
Yep.
I didn't make that mess. They're going to stay on the earth.
Yep.
Okay.
And shall be called evil spirits upon the earth, and on the earth shall be their dwelling. Evil spirits have proceeded from their bodies, because they are born from men, and from the holy watchers is their beginning and primal origin. They shall be evil spirits on earth, and evil spirits shall they be called. As for the spirits of heaven, in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth, which were born upon the earth, on the earth shall be their dwelling.
Mhm.
And the spirits of the giants afflict,
Afflict,
oppress,
pray,
destroy,
sure,
attack,
attack,
do battle,
do battle.
and work destruction on the earth and cause trouble.
That's what
Read
they
that
do.
again. Verse 9.
As for the spirits of
These
heaven,
are what the spirits do, y'all.
Mhm.
in heaven shall be their dwelling. But as for the spirits of the earth which were born upon the earth,
Mhm.
on the earth shall be their dwelling. And the spirit of the giants afflict,
They afflict,
oppress,
they oppress,
destroy,
destroy,
attack,
attack,
do battle,
do battle,
and work destruction on the earth,
and work destruction on the earth,
and cause trouble.
and cause what?
Trouble.
Trouble. They cause trouble.
You know, I just heard something that I mean, I just said it, but I still, you know, sometimes you can say something
Yeah,
and
you
still
can,
not realize
yeah.
it. It said the evil spirits that were born on the earth, that were what now? Born? Is that what it said?
Mhm.
Spirits dwelling, but as for the spirits of the earth which
Oh.
were born upon the earth.
Which were born on the earth. What does he say? What happens when you die, Carlo? The spirit, the body goes back to the dirt,
Yeah,
and the spirit returns to him who gave it.
that's right.
He said, I didn't give
But they
y'all
didn't.
this.
They
These
ain't
were
returned.
born
That's right.
on the earth.
So
They're
not returning.
Exactly. They ain't got nowhere to go.
They ain't got nowhere to go.
So they're gonna stay right there on the earth
and cause trouble.
and do battle.
It just told you.
These spirits didn't come from him.
That's right.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Where we at 10?
11. You want to read 10 again?
Oh, you on 11?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they say 9 and 9. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we on 10.
Okay.
And the spirits of the giants afflict,
Mhm.
oppress, destroy, attack,
Mhm.
do battle, and work destruction on the earth
Yep.
and cause trouble.
Yep.
Right.
They take no food,
They won't take no food.
but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offenses.
Oh man, wait a minute.
Y'all see that?
They don't eat and they'll drink, but they hunger and they thirst. That's gonna be important. They eat. They don't eat
They
or
don't.
drink,
That's right.
but they hunger and thirst.
And cause offenses.
Mm.
And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men.
Mm-hmm.
Let me repeat that. And these spirits shall rise up against the children of men
Mhm.
Children of men.
and against the women,
Yeah,
because they had proceeded from them.
from them. Okay.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
That's just a lot.
Say that
And
again.
these spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women,
The women, because why?
because they have proceeded from
They
them.
came forth through women. I hope y'all catching this.
Oh man. Oh man. So, did you want to say something on that? I'm gonna jump back.
Go ahead. Now, go
I'm gonna
ahead.
jump back to this hunger and thirst.
Okay.
Mhm.
They don't eat or drink,
Mm-hmm.
but they hunger and thirst.
Yep.
Okay. So when you can recognize one of these, and I hope we can, before it's over, we can recognize when one of these spirits are coming
Mm-hmm.
and how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's hunger and it's thirsting. How do you get rid of it?
Which means it's never satisfied.
That's right.
You gotta starve now. You gotta
There you go.
fast.
That's
There
it.
you go.
This is why they were fasting once a week in the New Testament.
That's right.
They knew this.
Yep.
We don't know that. So that's a practice we lost.
Yep.
We don't do that no more.
That's right.
They would fast to get rid of anything that might have crept in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they hunger and thirst,
That's it.
but they don't eat or drink.
Yeah.
So when they hungry and when they thirsty, you starve them out. This kind come out only through prayer and
They
fasting.
fasting. That's it.
All right, man. All right. All right. Where you want to go from there? You know, now we know where they come from.
And what's their motive?
Yeah, what's their motive? What they gonna do?
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, the Most High gave Adam dominion,
That's right.
flesh and blood,
Yep.
humans,
Yep.
dominion on earth.
Yep.
So an evil spirit just floating in the air.
Uh-huh.
What can he do? Huh?
Not a thing.
Neither said nothing.
That's right.
Until what?
You let that crack open.
They
Until you let them borrow your vessel.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
The Holy Spirit can inhabit your vessel. Same thing.
So this evil.
This evil spirit they got to do the same thing. Everything that happens on earth, whether it's good through the Holy Spirit or bad through the fallen angels, the evil spirits,
That's right.
has to be done through the hands of man.
Have to.
Whether I want to kill you or whether I want to, set something in place to kill all the Israelites. It's done through humans. So
You got to come that
who
way.
you lend your vessel to
Yeah.
is what we're talking about today.
That's right.
All right.
That's
So
good.
it depends on which one you feeding and which one you starve.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it's like, I don't know. I think we already said it, but I just gotta say it again. Everything is spiritual.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
and we forget
We
that.
forget
Every single
forget that.
second of your day
We forget
is
that.
spiritual.
Yep.
Everything. That's
Yep.
right.
Like so opening, like I said, the title is "Open Up Your Eyes to Spiritual." Like you gotta keep it open at all
All the time.
times.
That's right.
Pray without ceasing.
Every
Yeah.
single
There you go.
thing that happens
Yep.
is not that person, place, or thing.
Mhm.
That's right.
It's spiritual.
It's spiritual.
So the question you have to ask yourself is, what is this spirit?
Right.
Right.
Well, God let us see it every day through life. We know all of us, we have to eat and drink to stay alive and have this body the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's the same way in the spiritual. You're going to have to eat and drink of God
Mhm.
to stay alive spiritually, just like you have to eat and drink to stay alive in the flesh.
That's why he said, unless you eat of my flesh and drink of my blood, you ain't coming up in here.
That's right.
You're not entering into the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
So that's what, rather that's right. We
And
gotta
he's saying
eat
that,
this
yeah.
spiritual food.
Spiritually.
Yeah.
And folks want to take it literally, man. Who gonna eat a man flesh? Who
Right.
gonna drink somebody's blood?
Mhm.
These folk crazy.
Yeah.
That's because you ain't got no spiritual mind. It's simple as that. You don't have no spiritual mind. You're thinking carnal. You're thinking of your own. You're letting yourself get in the way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't trust yourself. I learned that. Do not trust your own thinking. Because what you think, you'll be surprised that it don't match up with what God's word says.
Yeah.
I promise you.
What you got? Where you want to go?
I want to go back. I want to go back to it, but first, let's hit 2 Corinthians 10.
All right. Let's go. Yeah. Okay.
I'm trying to tie it together.
Oh man. Hey, you
Yeah.
don't think about this kind of puzzle. It don't matter. It
All
don't matter where you put the pieces. They all fit.
right.
Everything touch on.
Okay. 2 Corinthians 10, 1 through 5.
2 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now I, Paul, myself beseech you by the meekness and gentleness of Christ, who in presence am base among you,
Yeah.
but being absent am bold towards you. But I beseech you that I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence, wherewith I think to be bold against some,
Right.
which think of us as if we walked according to the flesh.
As if we think we walked according to the flesh. But what? Go ahead.
For though we walk in the flesh,
Listen, y'all.
we do not war after the flesh.
Say it one more time, Rob.
For though we walk in the flesh,
Though we still walk in this flesh, although we in the truth,
Right.
but although we walk in the flesh, we what?
we do not war after the flesh.
We do not fight the same way.
Man.
We don't fight in the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Although we are human, we don't fight like humans do, or we don't fight like people that is not in the truth
Yeah.
Exactly.
does. We fight a different way now.
Mhm.
Why, Rodney? What do you say?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Y'all hear that?
Mhm.
Our weapons are not carnal. It's not human. It has nothing to do with our weapons. Has nothing to do with the flesh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we have to learn in our walk that there's going to be some times that somebody or something gonna piss us off,
Mhm.
but we can't
React.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In our flesh.
towards it.
That's what Paul is trying to say here. We can't react that way
Mhm.
in our flesh. Why, Rodney?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal,
Right.
but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds.
And he gave you those weapons in Ephesians 6, right?
That's where we're going there.
Yeah. Well, okay, we're good. I'll wait then.
Yep.
Go ahead.
5, casting down imagination.
Imaginations right there is arguments. Casting
Yes.
down arguments.
Yes.
Go ahead.
It is so
Wow.
easy for, if we in our flesh,
Yep.
for our imagination
Yep.
to go rampant
Wow.
and run wild and was thinking all kind of crazy stuff.
Man, and it ain't
What you
never
got, Nick? Go
nowhere near as what you think it is.
That's right.
Hardly ever.
That's right.
Right.
I want to have a transparent moment. We talked about this last night, but y'all know after we got done talking about it on the ride home, my mind kept.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay, so transparent moment, people. We had a somewhat what could have been if we weren't in the truth of doing what we supposed to be. Something that could have been turned into something totally
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
of it's. The enemy could have
It
worked
could
on
have,
it.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
And his
yeah.
whole intent was to work on
That's
it.
Right.
yeah, exactly.
So what during these past weeks actually, but I have been warring with something that had been happening with us as a family together.
Mhm.
So the people that's watching, it wasn't anything major, but it could have been
It could
something
have been.
major.
There
Right.
you go.
Um,
Right.
and it wasn't, but I had been having this personal inward thing to where, okay, Nitra, is this something that you need to address?
Yeah.
Or Nitra, is this something that you need to address?
Right.
So what I mean by that, Nitra, is that something that you need to address with the people?
Mhm.
Or is that something you need to address with Nitra?
Mm-hmm.
So I addressed it or thought I did, and it didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So that's when it became, okay, well, Nitra, is that you?
Right.
Do you? That's not. So on the ride home, he brought it back to my remembrance because he had already answered this for me earlier this week.
Mhm.
Nitra, just like on Friday, you make sure you stop your day early to do what you need to do. Why come you don't do it on Tuesday?
That's good.
So that's a issue Nitra needed to address.
Yeah.
So, but the enemy tried his hardest for almost a month to make me mad
Yeah.
and have issues with y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, he tried, but
Yeah.
it wouldn't work.
Right.
So he twisted that thing up,
Right.
and unfortunately, had
Right.
other people thinking that
Yeah.
because it didn't work, it wouldn't work. He tried, it wouldn't work.
Right.
So you're like, all right, this Negro ain't gonna act right. So let me make other people think
Right.
that
You're mad at Nietzsche.
There you go.
you're mad at Nietzsche.
Right.
We get it from the other end.
If you can't get it this way, we're gonna get it another way.
Yeah.
Because we just did our testimony week before last, right?
Sure did.
About how we know that this is the Most High working.
Yep.
So what the enemy literally did, because as soon as we speak a thing out,
Yep. He attacks.
he attacks.
Yep.
So he literally, in the last couple of weeks, since we did our testimony,
Mhm.
Yeah.
has been trying us all.
That's good.
I even after last night, it made me think about the different ways I was literally seeing as the different ways he was attacking.
Yeah.
He was trying to attack all of us.
Yeah.
Because this is what we know is his platform.
That's right. That's right. That's good, Nick.
So we gotta that's what we gotta always do.
Yeah.
Remember, this is what is this? This ain't me,
That's right.
this ain't them,
Yeah.
this is spiritual. What is it?
Yeah.
And we gotta fix it.
That's it.
No matter what it is, every person
Yeah.
has to do it.
That's right.
This ain't me, this ain't her, this ain't him.
Yep.
This is spiritual.
Yeah.
What is it? Let's
Exactly.
fix it.
That's good.
And
That's good.
I'm gonna finish this up, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna come back to something
Yeah.
she said.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, we finished this one on up.
Yeah,
This is,
yeah.
this
So
good,
yeah, that's good.
I'm gonna come back.
Verse 5. Casting down imaginations in every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God.
So Paul just said, casting down your imagination, what you thinking about, and which is included every high thing that exalted itself against.
Yeah.
Against. Now we know everybody or everything that is against the Most High.
Yeah.
Demonic spirits,
Yeah.
the evil spirits.
Exactly.
That's what he's talking about. If you allow your imagination to run wild, you giving place
Yeah.
or opening
Open
for
the door.
the evil spirits
That's right.
to bring in crazy stuff.
Kind of like Yeah.
He said, cast that down.
Yeah.
Don't even harbor it. Don't even, yeah. But go ahead.
And bringing into captivity
Uh-huh.
every thought to the obedience of Christ.
In other words, let your mind stay in Christ
Yeah.
when those things happen.
That's right.
Keep your mind in these scriptures, this
Mhm.
book, pray, give it to the Most High. Because if you don't, and you let your imagination run wild,
Right.
you're going to open up, like Nitra said.
Ooh,
It's going to open up all kind of,
Man.
and all hell going to break loose. I said it. All hell is going to break loose.
We talked about this.
And all, I ain't cussing, man. That's what's going to happen.
By the time you realize what then happened, it'd be too late.
That's right.
It's too late.
And like Nitra said, that could have been a bad opportunity. Could have broke up this platform.
Right.
It could have for something so simple.
That's it.
Man, I forgot about to say.
Oh, now you forget to go ahead.
I mean, it was.
I thought you wrote it down.
I wrote it down, but it was a prelude to it.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Man,
Can't remember right now.
not remember exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Did you finish that?
Yeah, we finished that with 5. Yeah, just one. I
One
wanted to
more
hit
5.
5. Yeah, that's it. That's
Okay.
it.
So Nietzsche was saying that there were some things that the most not the most high Satan was working on
Right.
know.
Right.
that kind of might have crept in, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but he told us how to address those things,
Right.
Right. And this is the thing we got to know. You got to know the word. You got to be in this book
That's
to
right.
know how to fight.
Yep.
When we get to Ephesians 6,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna see that the only offensive weapon that he gave us was the word.
That's it.
The sword.
That's it.
The sword of the word.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only weapon we got.
That's the only. Everything else was for blocking.
The blocking.
Yeah.
The shield.
Defense.
Shield yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, only way to defeat these spirits is fighting right here.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So, in a situation like what Nietzsche was talking about, let's go to Matthew 8. 15, if you don't know.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone.
You
Right.
might not even know it that he did something to offend
That's
you,
right. That's right.
So you go to him by yourself and say,
Mhm.
Rodney, man, I when you said it made me feel
Yeah.
this way.
Right.
I don't know if you know it. I don't know
Uh-huh.
if you knew it. I know
Right.
it.
No.
Yeah.
New-
Hey, I'm on camera. I can't talk about it.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
They know it.
I don't know if you knowed it, man. You offended me, man.
Right.
When you said that.
Right.
Go ahead.
Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee,
Uh-huh.
go and tell him his faults between thee and him alone.
Uh-huh.
And if he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
If he shall
That's
hear
right.
thee.
Come to him right.
That's
You
right.
know, come to him right. And just like that.
Uh-huh.
Oh, man, it just almost came back to me what I was going to say.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah, it's gonna come. It's
well,
gonna
look,
come.
how many of us do that? I mean, I think it's the whole world. How think somebody did something towards us, and we won't say nothing.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll go to everybody else and tell them about that situation,
Yeah.
except the person
Except the
that
person
you
that
need,
is- yeah.
that you're mad at.
Right.
Doing just the opposite of what the scriptures say.
Exactly.
Yeah. And like you said, and we wait, just like Nisha was talking.
Yeah.
We seen stuff building up 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What was just now being said last night. You
Yep.
see what I'm saying?
Yep.
I'm glad it was taken care of,
Yeah.
and we didn't let it keep building up, building and eating away, like you said, and gaining strength. And we're not,
Gaining
saying,
strength. I
yeah,
like
gaining
that.
strength and
Yeah.
not saying anything about it.
And it was actually, she did say something, but we missed it.
Right.
You're right.
Because
You're right, yeah,
But see, and that's another thing too. When we go to our brother, we need to be specific on what it is you did to offend me.
Yeah.
And so there won't be no missing. And she I don't want to tell all I did.
Right.
Well, in that aspect, on the day that it really blew up was 100% me acting out of flesh, because on that exact day, if I would have done what he he had already told me, it would have all been taken
Mhm.
care of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? He had answered my prayer
Right.
on that day.
Yeah.
I just didn't do it. Well, I did. Well, technically, let's change that. I did do it. He actually made a 100% way for me to do it, and then the enemy came and caused me to take that time that he had given me away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Because he actually, because I had 100%. But I'm sorry, that's not.
No, that's
Yeah.
a perfect example of how God give you the answer, and here come the enemy and snatch it right from you
Right.
quick. You
Quick.
know, that's how he works. You
And,
see
and
that? That's
sometimes
it.
we want to be mad. You know, we don't want to. Sometimes like, I be so mad I don't want to pray.
Yeah, are you
You know,
right?
I want to be mad. Hold on, let me just have this for a minute, man. Let me be mad for a minute. Instead of recognizing, and that's what we hope this lesson do today.
Yeah.
Recognize
it.
the longer you let it fester,
Mm-hmm.
the longer the door is open,
Yep.
and other ones are coming in.
Yeah.
That's good.
Don't feed that evil. Don't feed
One
that
more thing
evil.
about that I learned, this was the correction moment that y'all gave me.
Yeah.
Was although, like you said, talking to y'all, see, in my mind, it was just me that was having the issue.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't see a reason to address y'all again, because especially after I said what I said, okay, well then Nitra, it's you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
I
saying?
got you.
So addressing it any further would in my mind.
So we'll make it back.
Yeah.
Piss
see
you
what
off
I'm-
even more.
Yeah.
I got to say it again.
Yeah.
So in my mind, but that didn't fix it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that was a correction moment for me. Like Nitra, you still got to fix it, because although you fix it, you don't fight the enemy. You ain't studying them, but what about?
Right.
Because now you push them out, so who you push them out on?
Right.
That's good.
That's right. And
That's good.
you know, and I'm just speaking in general now. You know, if you're harboring really a spirit, harboring a spirit,
Yeah.
that means he's in you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you don't address it, and you offend somebody else because now you're acting funny. Well, and then I piss you off
Yeah.
because I'm acting funny.
Right.
Guess what I just did?
Transfer.
Open the door for the spirit to come into him.
Yeah.
Just like a virus.
Yeah.
There it goes. It starts to spread.
Yeah.
Yep.
Starts to spread like a disease.
They show you on the
That's right.
movie, Falling.
Falling.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got a door open, a window open,
Yeah,
hey
like-
man,
Evil spirits are
hey,
like
I thought you was open. Shoot, you know, you got an open side up.
evil spirits are like parasites. They grab onto one just to get more people. That's like you said. That's it. They need that
Take 'em
vessel
up.
to dwell.
They gotta have a vessel
They
to
wanna
do that.
multiply.
You know,
Yeah, and
To
they
do
want to
their deed.
multiply.
They-
Yeah, just like parasites.
gotta have a vessel.
Yep.
And whom do you lend? That's what we should have named.
Yeah.
Whom
And
do
don't
you
let
lend
that
your
evil
vessel?
spirit fool you. Because he'll come in there thinking that everything is hunky-dory.
That's right.
He think you're doing a good thing. We're going to get to that. But like you said, some people with going to these soothsayers, these old...
All those are gay.
Yeah, all of these, what do you call them?
Mediums.
Yeah, these mediums and
psychics.
stuff. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You're going to trying to hear a good word from these folks as though they have something to do with God, you know, but you run to them, you know, as though they have something and they don't. Can we go there now? You got something on?
Now we go.
Yeah, we can go there, bro.
Yeah, we go.
Okay. 1 Samuel is in chapter 28. You want to give them the background? What's going on?
Well, the decree has gone out that any medium or sorcerer in the land, a witch is what they call them, should be put to death. So Saul has offended the Most High, and the Most High ain't talking to him no more. You know, and Samuel, who is the mediator normally,
The prophet at the time.
he late. You know, they finna go to the war, and Samuel
He
ain't
did.
showed up yet. I mean, no.
Samuel gone. He did.
Yeah, Samuel
Yeah,
did.
Samuel
Excuse me.
did.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
yeah.
So Saul needs to know, hey, do I fight or do I or not? You know, I need to know. So he normally gets the word from Samuel. That's right.
Right.
Yep.
Samuel's dead. So he said, ain't there a witch or somewhere around here we can kind of conjure up the spirit of Samuel? And I believe that's where we're going to be.
Mhm.
Yep. That's what we're at.
1 Samuel chapter 28, verse 7. And this is Saul, you can ready to talk about the woman. Then said Saul unto his servant, seek me a woman that have a familiar spirit.
Mm.
Y'all want to explain that familiar spirit to them? What a familiar,
Familiar
spirit
spirit, you know. Hey, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Man. Hey,
is? There
they've
anything
been
good of a familiar spirit?
hey, this is. I don't know. It's one of the apocryphal books. Y'all, if y'all know, let me know. But it alludes to you always are in the presence of an angel of the presence and the evil, just like they do on cartoon. You have the angel here and the devil over here.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry, right?
Mhm.
So, and I can't remember what did I read that in. Well, if y'all know, please put that in there.
Yeah.
But so what really happens is, and I seen one of the mediums kind of tell, you know, he said that evil spirit that's connected to me
Mm-hmm.
speaks with the spirit connected to him,
Mm-hmm.
and they're talking, and I'm just the medium. I'm telling the person sitting in front of me what they're saying,
Exactly.
and that's how it works.
Right. And in that sense, that's what the Bible is describing as a familiar spirit. It's a what they call a necromancer.
Yeah,
It's a person that communicates with the dead, and we know we have people with psychics, and you know that's all they talking to is those evil spirits.
That's right.
When we're talking, you know, and they know, you probably know some stuff about your family.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
If
And they, you know, they tell you, well, I'm talking to your mama right now,
and the spirits are,
and that's right.
and the medium himself or herself has already made an agreement with the spirit world, saying,
right.
okay, yeah, I'll
Made a
be the
pact.
medium
Made a pact
between
with them. That's right.
spirits. That's all it is. It's
Yep.
a medium between spirits.
Yep.
The spirit of the person, the client sitting in
Mhm.
front of them,
Mhm.
and the spirit of the whoever it is you asking about. You know,
Just the opposite. Just what the Most High was doing with Jeremiah, Isaiah, speaking a word to them. Necromancers got the evil spirits doing the same thing, speaking a word to you know whoever make that pact
right?
with them, and he gonna give you, you know, he's gonna give them what they want to, usually what they want to hear,
Right.
Mhm.
make it sound good,
Yeah.
you know.
Sweet things like that money.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, go.
All right, verse 7. Then said Saul unto his servant, seek me a woman that have a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her.
Mm-hmm.
And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor.
Yep.
Mhm.
And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiments, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night. And he said, I pray thee, divine unto me the familiar spirit, and bring me him up, whom I shall name unto thee.
Why did he disguise himself?
You know he was supposed to be doing that.
That and right. He was the one who put the decree out to kill all the witches.
That's right.
We can get to that.
Yeah.
But I wanted y'all to see something. This Saul is a man of honor. He's the king, right?
Right.
Yep.
What about these pastors going in disguise
In the sky.
to these soothsayers? They go at night, and I know preachers that do this.
Mm-hmm.
They have congregations, but at night they're gonna go to a soothsayer, have them put some type of charm on them so they can keep doing what they're doing, and they believe in this wholeheartedly. But then they go on Sunday and have members at a church and try to teach the gospel. But as long as they're prospering and have this monkey foot or voodoo thing attached to them, they're going to be all right. You know, this is real, y'all. I'm not making none of this up. This is real, you know.
Absolutely.
And there's nothing new under the sun. They were doing it here in the Bible long before they doing it now. All right, I'm gonna go on. And
Man, hey, look, man. What kind of church y'all went to, man?
Man, it's real.
Not the church I went to. I just know pastors.
I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these pastors are hearing from
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, this
and then
nice,
and then
Evil
some
spirits.
of them don't even know. Like the
I-
enemy has. God has people that see, and we know that.
Yeah.
And has the gift to be able to see things and all that.
Yep.
Enemy make them too.
Exactly.
So there are churches that mean well that probably don't even realize that they're going to
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
a person
Yeah.
that is the enemy's watcher, and then there are the ones that know that they're going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There are some, like you said, there's some that are going
Yeah.
directly to a building that says this, but then there are the ones that come in that are them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it just depends on.
Yeah. And a lot of them, you have some of them that use it for gain.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
And that's all in the book of Apostles. You know, the book of Acts. You know, they was using those evil spirits for gain. And I mean, just to make it short, right? So we can get back to this, and I know that's what my former pastor was operating under, because, and that's how he allured a lot of people to his congregation, because he came the first time we was invited there. My wife and I, we was in the car arguing on the way there. I don't remember what it was about. We were arguing there, but at the end of the service, he said, "You two, I want to, pray for you all." And he said, I just wanted to let you know that God showed me, even on y'all way here, y'all were arguing in the car. I said, "What the?"
Right.
And so
Sign
now,
me up,
not
I'm
me.
remember.
That's right. Not knowing, out of my ignorance, not knowing what he was,
Dealing with.
dealing with.
Right.
I'm thinking, oh, this man must be a man of God.
God, must be a prophet. He
Yeah.
telling me about
He
myself.
telling me something that nobody else knew.
Nobody knew.
This must be and that's how he a lot of them lure people into the churches, and because we thinking, oh, this got to be a man of God.
Right.
He just told me something that happened nobody else knew. So yeah, that, and they use it for gain. They meet for that money as well. Like Leader said, some out of ignorance, but some know exactly what they're doing. Yeah.
I think majority know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and skip down to verse 14.
Go ahead.
Because he's gonna tell you, because the woman did be able to conjure up Samuel. Yeah. In 14, this is what happened. And he said unto her, "What form is he of?" And she said, "An old man cometh up, and he is covered with a mantle." And Saul perceived that it was Samuel.
Saul perceived it was Samuel.
And he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. And it says Saul's face to the 15. And Samuel said to,
I mean, it don't never say it was Samuel.
Exactly.
Because we know what happens to you when you die.
That's right.
But anyway, it was something.
Yep.
Go ahead.
15. And Samuel said to Saul, "Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up?" And Saul answered, "I am sore distressed."
Bring me what?
To bring me up.
Okay. Up from what?
Yeah.
Go ahead, though.
Go ahead.
And Saul answered, "I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answereth me no more, neither by prophet nor by dream." Well, let's think. There goes something when folks think that God ain't talking to them no more. They got to run to something else.
Right.
If he ain't there no more, let me find another person that a God that'll listen to me.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
That's right.
He said, "Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do." There you go. Everybody want to know what's finna happen. Then said Samuel, "Wherefore then dost thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee, and is become thine enemy? And the Lord have done to him as he spake by me. For the Lord have rent the kingdom out of thine hand, and given it to the neighbor, even to David, because thou obeyest not the voice of the Lord, nor executed his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore have the Lord done these things thee this day. Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel into the hands of the Philistines, and tomorrow shalt thou and thy sons be with me. The Lord also shall deliver the host of Israel into the hand of the Philistines." Now I'm just gonna leave it right there to let you know that he just told me you finna die. I'm finna tell you what's gonna happen to you. You finna die.
Yeah.
So many words.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let y'all know, this soothsaying been going on. It's in the Bible, it's real, and there's a lot of folks that's practicing it. But he said they are familiar spirits. These are not of God.
That's right.
So I don't know why y'all keep running to them like that, because they telling you a good word, Y'all are condemning yourselves.
Evil spirits tell you what you want to hear.
Yeah, y'all are condemning yourself because it's not of God. They might be speaking truth, but it's not of God.
That's right.
It ain't real truth.
It's not real. That's right.
But it's like
It's not real truth. There's some truth to it.
Yeah,
to
truth
it.
in it, but mostly lies.
Right.
Sugar-coated lies.
Always.
Something that let me think about. Also, when the spirit comes and protects in a person, that it look like that person, but if you paying attention, it ain't them.
Yeah.
You can see it in that.
That's it.
You can see it.
I've seen it. I must say I've seen it before.
And if we're paying
Up
attention
close
when
and
it
personal.
happens with us, because it's happened with each one of us at some point.
Yep.
If you're paying attention, you feel it ain't right.
Yep.
And whatever that feeling is, as soon as you feel that for me is an automatic shutdown. I try to, because I know that feeling ain't right.
Yeah.
But you can see it. So a lot of times people see it and look like this Carlos talking to
Right.
me. But no, it's not.
Right.
Not at this moment.
Exactly.
Not at this second.
Exactly.
So don't look at it as that person.
Right.
And talk to that spirit.
Yep.
You see it in the
That's
Bible
good.
when the demoniac, I think he came and said, "What
Well,
does
yeah,
thou have to do with
you.
me?"
Yep.
Yep. Jesus of Nazareth.
Uh-huh.
Right.
That wasn't the man talk.
That's right.
That was the spirit.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Can I point out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we good.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna jump back a little bit.
Yeah.
To where we was about your brother.
Well, let's hit some. What's the name first, man?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Let's see. Spencer said, "Good morning and thanks for last night."
All right.
Big nine. Appreciate it,
Glad
man.
you were
That's-
there.
I'm glad
Going
you
on,
were
brother?
there.
Tan said, "I was
George.
just studying this week. This is right on time.
All right.
He's an on-time God. All praises to the Most High."
All praises.
Jeanette Harvey said, "Choose ye this day who you gonna serve."
Yes.
Vincent said, "I have a question. When Enoch was called up in heaven, was he made an angel over the other angels?"
No.
I don't think the transformation took place
Until the
time.
to the end, right? Yeah.
Yalisa gave you guys James 4, 7 through 10.
Okay. Let's get that right quick. James.
James 4.
7 through 10.
James chapter 4, verse 7.
Yep.
Submit yourselves therefore to God.
Right.
Resist the devil,
Resist him.
and he will flee from you.
That's right.
Draw nigh to God, and he will draw nigh to you. Cleanse your hands, ye sinners, and purify your hearts, ye double-minded. Be afflicted and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned to mourning and your joy to heaviness.
Right.
Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he shall lift you up.
See there? That's the key right there. We have to first humble ourselves in the sight of the Lord, and he will lift you up. That's basically what we was talking about. Darkness cannot dwell in light. And so when we resist the devil, he has no option but to flee. When you turn light on darkness, you got to go. And so whenever there is, like what we've been talking about, if there's some offense or something that's going on, expose it. Don't keep it. Expose it, because that darkness just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It grows like a tumor.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that too.
It grows. So that's good, y'all. We have to submit, therefore, to God and resist the devil, and he will flee from you. That's good, y'all.
She also said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways.
That's right.
James 1:8.
Yep.
Tamika said, "Good morning. I'm late. Start over."
Yalisa said it is heavier when you guys read it after I have read it. New revelations every time.
We always get something new.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, we read
Same
it
scripture.
again. We'll
We'll
probably see something else.
we'll probably see something else. That's how
Yeah,
it works.
that's why. Yeah, it seems like the word is living.
Yep.
But really, we've learned so much more since the last time we read
Absolutely.
it. Now you got another precept to connect it to.
Man.
And say, oh God,
Always.
I didn't see that last time. No, because you didn't
weren't ready to
know
see
what you knew. Yeah, this time.
That's right.
If that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, we weren't ready to see it. That's right, Nisha.
Replying to Yalisa, Tan said, this is so deep. Thank the Most High for revelation on the Sabbath.
Yes.
Tamika said, yes, every time.
Yep.
Yalisa said, this is why I have a whole library here composed by these revelations, and the Most High provides himself.
Mhm.
Folks think I'm crazy, but he said, write what I said to thee in a book, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
Now there are several books.
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yalisa, 1 Kings 18,
Elijah.
17 through 22.
Okay.
Yeah, Elijah on the mountain.
Yep.
First Kings what?
18.
17 through 22.
Uh-huh.
First Kings chapter 18, verse 17. And it came to pass when Ahab saw Elijah, that Ahab said unto him, art thou he that troubled Israel? And he answered, I have not troubled Israel,
You.
but thou
Yeah.
and thy father's house,
Yep.
in that ye have forsaken the commandments of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
and thou hast followed Balaam. Now therefore send and gather to me all Israel unto Mount Carmel, and the prophets of Baal for 450, and the prophets of the groves 400, which eat at Jezebel's table.
Mm-hmm.
So Ahab sent unto the children of Israel and gathered the prophets together unto the Mount Carmel. And Elijah came unto the people and said, how long have ye between two opinions?
Mm.
If the Lord be God, follow him.
Yep.
But if Baal, then
Follow
follow him.
If
Yeah.
the Most High is God, follow him.
That's it.
If the Lord of the Sabbath is God, follow him.
Uh-huh.
If Jesus, the Roman God, born December 25th
Mm-hmm.
to a virgin, 300 AD be God, follow him.
That's it.
That's the decision today.
Yep.
You know, which God, the Lord of the Sabbath or the Lord of Sunday? Which
Who
one
are
gonna
you
serve?
going to yield your members to? Who are you going to yield your members to? Are you going to work in the flesh or are you going to work in the spirit?
Mm-hmm.
Can't do both of them. So who are you going to yield your members to?
21.
Okay.
And the people answered him not a word. Then said Elijah unto the people, I, even I only, remain a prophet of the Lord.
Yeah.
But Baal's prophets are 450 men. Let me stop right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what got me. I mean, there was a surge, especially when 2000 came. Everybody was going to be prophets.
Yeah.
There was more apostles than ever.
Yeah.
There was more bishops. Like I said, and the prophets were astounding. I think we had like 10 or 15 alone in our church, but nobody was prophesied.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody had the title of prophet.
Right.
Then here you say, what's his name? Saul, I'm the only one. I'm
Yeah.
the only prophet here. Baal got 450 prophets, and ain't none of them real. I mean, that's what you see in the church today. You got 450 prophets in the church, and ain't nobody prophesying about nothing.
Yeah.
But there's one prophet in there that say something, but ain't nobody gonna listen to him. He a fool. He ain't. Oh, he talking some old. We've been doing this for 30 years. He come around here in 6 months talking about something different.
You made me think of
He's like, we've been feeding them milk for 30 years. He come with some meat. They don't want no meat. They still babies. 30 years. We got to get them right. We got another 30 more years to drink milk before we can get them right. And then there's some pastors that know this, but they're going to keep them on milk.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that later with the talents.
Okay.
Remember them talents?
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep things secretive. I don't like them secretive clubs. You talking about you a Christian and going to church, but then y'all got your doors closed in the behind talking about we can't tell y'all about this here. Don't tell the congregation about this here in the Bible. Just speak this side.
Yep.
I know it, y'all. I've been through that now.
Yep.
What was that? I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
That was it?
No. Yalisa said, yes, Nitra, the attack is very real. but I ain't worried about it because my God got me.
Yeah.
As you said, I had to remember that the close family it came through is not the one doing the orchestration. The enemy is full blown crazy about these testimonies and us blasting him and counteracting him before he can succeed. The Most High is definitely at work with us, and we better not forget it ever again.
That's right.
That's right.
Michael said, "You are chosen children of the light, yourself called to expose the work of darkness. This is spiritual warfare.
That's right.
When we walk in the spirit, no weapon formed against us can prosper."
There you go.
Tamika said, "Yes, the enemy will try to destroy powerful relationships. He can't stand paradigm shift. Be
Yep.
watchful, family."
There you go.
That's real.
That's it.
I ain't doing nothing to it.
Oh yeah, you have.
Y'all, Lisa said, "Okay, so now y'all got jokes. I had to have this conversation with my actual brother Tuesday and had to cut him off. He didn't hear me. I knew he works for the enemy years ago, but tried to allow him to come around to the green side of the fence. Not gonna happen. He knew exactly what he did, but said nothing and pretended not to know.
Yeah.
And if the Most High wasn't with me, my family would have lost everything. We just began rebuilding. I can talk on this for days, but the short answer is that no one has the right to disturb my peace anymore, for it is written. Now, no weapons formed against us shall prosper."
That's it.
Yes.
Hallelujah.
Recognize it. Yeah,
Yep.
we gotta recognize what it is. And
Yeah.
it's hard sometimes when they come in the form of a family member who has opened the door and let them in.
Yeah.
To come attack you. It's not that family member. Sometimes you just expose it.
Yep.
You know.
You have to.
And sometimes that family member will wake up or come through.
Right.
And you can talk to that family member. But
What do you say? You gained a brother. You
I
gained
want
a
to go.
brother.
I want to go there. I want to go there.
Tamika said, "That's right, Rodney. Go to the source."
Yeah. Hit the source.
Vincent said, okay, he's replying to me. Yolisa gave you a second.
Did you say ooh?
Second Ezra 16.
Did she put it up there?
She did. I'm trying to see where it's ended because it's not all together. Second Ezra 16, 61 through 76.
Second Ezra 61.
16.
16.
61. Yeah.
Okay. Through 76. He made man and put his heart in the midst of the body and gave him breath, life, and understanding. Yea, in the spirit of Almighty God, which made all things and searcheth out all hidden things in the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth the inventions and what ye think in your hearts, even them that sin and would hide their sins. Therefore have the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. And when your sins are brought forth, ye shall be ashamed before men, and your own sin shall be your accuser in that day.
Wow.
What will ye do? Or how will ye hide your sins before God and his angels? Behold, God himself is the judge.
Yeah.
Fear him.
Yep.
Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever.
Ooh, this is good.
So shall God lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. For behold, the burning wrath of the great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle with things offered unto idols.
Wow.
And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, in reproach and trodden underfoot. For there shall be in every place in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
Yeah.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
Yeah.
Was it one more? Was that it?
76.
70. 42. For they have waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold and in the fire.
No, well, they should be what?
Tried.
They shall be
Tried.
known or who my chosen. They shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Remember when John the Baptist said, "He shall baptize you with water
Right.
and fire."
That's right.
So all these raptured people who saying that he's coming before the tribulation. No, you going through the fire,
Yep.
but you gonna be purified. He's burning out infirmities. That's what when gold goes through the fire. That's what it does. It burns. It heats it up. I mean, burn. It gets hot, and it burns out any infirmity.
Impurity.
So when you come, excuse me, impurities. There you go. Listen to me, brother. First time you ever listen to me. So that's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
You going through the fire.
Yeah.
Because you got to burn out all the impurity.
That's it. Impurity. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Go ahead, man.
Yep.
75. Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God.
74.
24.
Okay. Hear, O ye me beloved, said the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same.
Yeah.
Be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for God is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, said the Lord God. Let not your sins weigh you down.
Say that again.
Let not your sins weigh you down. And let not your iniquities lift up themselves.
So did he?
That's good.
He said, listen to me now. He said, let not your sins weigh you down.
Weigh you down.
I want to say something, but I don't. You gonna sin?
Yes.
I mean, he just
That's a given.
acknowledged the
That's a
fact
given.
that you gonna sin.
That's a given.
Yeah, but
what are you gonna do
when you do?
When you do,
they weigh you down when you don't what? Confess.
You don't confess it.
They weigh you down because they keep building up. They heavy.
It's a burden.
You gotta shake them off. You gotta get rid of them.
That's right. As soon as you recognize it.
Exactly.
And depending on, there's different ways for different things.
That's it.
Just like we was reading your brother offended. You got to go to it.
That's it.
And you shook that one off.
Yep.
They weigh you down.
That's right.
There was a story. I love watching them kung fu movies, and I was watching one, and I always wonder about. He said, "Lighten your burden, And I was watching the movie, and there was a man coming through the field with a bunch of sticks on his back. He was carrying, and he was walking bent over. And some more men came to him and said, "Hey, your wife is in labor. Your wife is in labor." And the guy, he started moving kind of fast with the sticks, but his legs were shaking and he was still bent over. He wasn't getting too far. And the men had to tap and say, hey, lighten your load. Lighten your load. And all of a sudden you seen the guy throw them sticks off his back and he took off running. He was running like that. And that made me think when I thought about that in the Bible, that's what he's mean. Lighten your load.
Exactly.
Get that burden off of you. Yeah, get it off of you because it's weighing you down.
Yeah.
You may not see it, but you're not even moving, ain't going nowhere, and you're not even thinking about it. It's that burden on.
It's thinking about you holding on to something somebody did to you 2 years ago.
Exactly.
It's
weighing you down, killing you. Inside.
Whatever it is, whatever you holding on to, man, let that mess go and go on.
Yep.
Yeah. I tell you, I told my wife one time, we got into it with that. I said, well, look, I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So you might well, quicker you get over it. Hey, because it is what it is.
Right.
You might well go and get over it.
Right.
Now what you want to eat.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
Whatever.
Yeah, everybody.
Don't get rid of it. Let it go. Say what you just said. We heard each other.
Hey, Juju. I see. I'm gonna read your comment here. Juju said, I contacted a psychic in 2014 when I was a Christian, and she was spot on. I didn't know it was forbidden to do so at the time, It was about both my son and my mom, who are both gone.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
She has another comment about 50 and 60 years in church and still on milk. Yeah.
That's right, Gigi. That's right.
Yeah. And we gonna stay. They'll stay on me. Milk. I don't even know. It ain't. It's Similac. It ain't even real milk.
Yeah.
But I mean, like she said, she went to a psychic
Out of milk.
and she said they were spot on.
Yeah.
Of course they was.
Yeah.
I mean, you see how that'll fool somebody?
Yeah.
Like, man, I'm gonna keep. They knew
I'm gonna
exactly.
keep going. I'm gonna keep
I'm
going
gonna
back.
keep going.
Just like that preacher did, y'all.
Ain't
That's
no
it.
prophet never told me that, like this soothsayer did. You know.
That's right. Because they speaking with the spirit.
Yep.
Right. They cow milk before we drink goat milk.
Right.
Yes,
What you got, girl?
When Vincent had said that thank you guys for last night, I told him glad he could come help see him again. He said, Miss Woods, you will. I love that wisdom and knowledge. My eyes were open last night a little bit more than they was.
Oh,
Praise the Most High.
Hey, that's the Most High doing that.
Yeah,
Praise
praise Him.
All you got to do. I didn't know when I was this bad. Didn't Yalisa say draw closer to him?
Mm.
You draw close.
Draw
Did I
nigh,
hear-
yeah. Draw nigh to the Most High.
I
He'll
thought I
draw
heard
nigh
that.
to you. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was in James.
But you got to make that first step. You
Yep.
got to go first.
Yep.
And then he meeting you there, just like
That's
the
right.
prodigal son daddy. He met him on the road.
That's right.
That's right.
Tamika said sorcery. We have to back and renounce and close doors.
Yep.
I know many of us as a child played games like Freddy Krueger, Candyman, Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. I remember that.
Mm.
Yep.
Thinking
Candyman.
it was childlike games.
Yep.
We have to go back and close those doors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There you go.
That's good.
That's it. That
Jeanette-
crazy stuff we used to play. Yeah.
Candyman.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, man.
Jeanette said a lot of these pastors are Masons.
Yeah.
Right.
Right,
right. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. And you can't serve two masters.
Yep.
You
Right.
made an oath to them.
Yep.
All right.
Brian Tyler said Ecclesiastes 9:5.
What's up, Brian?
For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know not
The
anything.
dead know
That's right.
nothing. That's right.
Neither have they any more a reward, for the memory of them is
That's
forgotten.
forgotten.
So who was that that she conjured up? Thing?
That's right.
That part.
That's right.
Samuel.
Was
Was
Samuel?
it? Was it
Samuel?
Samuel?
Or was it not?
It
Yeah.
wasn't Samuel.
He gave you guys Isaiah 8, 19.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19.
Mm-hmm.
And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits,
Yeah.
and unto wizards that peep
Mhm.
and that mutter, should not a people seek unto their God?
Yeah.
Mhm.
For the living to the dead, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Mm.
I was. Where was that at?
What's that?
What chapter was it? I thought you said-
Isaiah 8.
Oh, the one.
Yeah, you're feeling the Ecclesiastes, right?
Yeah.
Isaiah 8.
Oh man, I missed it.
Yalisa gave you guys Psalms 94. These are verses 8 through 23.
94.
Understand ye, Psalms 94, chapter 94, verse 8. Understand ye, brutish among the people, and ye fools, when will ye be wise?
Mhm.
He that planteth the ear, shall he not hear? He that formed the eye, shall he not see? He that chastiseth the heathen, shall not he correct? He that teaches man knowledge, shall not he know? The Lord knoweth the thoughts of man,
Yep.
that they are vanity. Blessed is the man whom thou chastenest,
Chastening.
O Lord, and teachest him out of thy law,
Right.
Mhm.
that thou mayest give him rest from the days of adversity, until the pit be digged for the wicked.
Mhm.
Blessed be the man he chastised.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
For the Lord will not cast off his people,
Right.
neither will he forsake his inheritance. But judgment shall return into righteousness, and all the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
Right.
Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity? Unless the Lord had been my help, my soul had almost dwelt in silence. When I said, my foot slippeth, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up. In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comforts delight my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous and condemn the innocent blood. But the Lord is my defense, and my God is the rock of my refuge. And he shall bring upon them their own iniquity, and shall cut them off in their own wickedness.
That's right.
Yea, the Lord of God shall cut them off.
Oh, praise.
Shall, what is it? 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? Okay, I just want to remember that when we get to this next, when we start back up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shamika said, "Thank you for this peaceful environment of truth. Learning so much."
Oh, wow. Thank you for those adjectives.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm crazy.
Yeah.
That's,
Peaceful
yeah,
environment of truth.
Thank you.
Oh, man. I like that. Man.
that's good. I like that.
But the key, we make a plaque.
I know.
This is a peaceful environment.
You know, we gotta keep it that way too.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
When Tamika said the enemy will try to destroy powerful relationships, Nika said, "Amen, sis. I promise."
That's right.
He think he's slick.
Yeah.
We see his butt.
Yeah.
Y'all Lisa said he big mad.
It's so enough. Yeah, we laughing, but it's true.
Mhm.
He I mean, he's pissed at what we're doing. This platform at the Most High, he's really pissed, and that's why we have to continue to
Yeah.
make sure we, like you said, we're all on one accord about everything, and we keeping it, everybody, all of us in prayer,
Man,
and
for
build it up.
sure.
And keep on that whole armor. That's what we're gonna get into as well.
Right.
We have to continue because, like you said, Nietzsche, we have a chink in our armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yolisa said, "My timeline for the week is based on the Most High in these sessions. Look forward to this fellowship. The trick is to study on your own, and he will continue to speak to us all, through us all.
Right.
Since I know the time of man, the Most High has proven to me countless times that he is present and with us at all times when we diligently obey the voice of our Lord."
That's it.
Narrated-
How can the Most High speak through us or use us if there is confusion among the people?
Yeah.
How can he do it? Because the scripture tells us that he's not the author of confusion.
Well, we just read that, and that's what caught my eye in that Psalm 94 and 20. Hey, I can't get down like this. I got to go.
Do you remember in the Old Testament when people were just dropping dead, like left and right in the camp when it was in the wilderness? They were just dropping dead, and Moses was like, the people was asking Moses, "Go to the Most High, see what's going on. What the world? Everybody dropping dead like flies. What the world's going on?" And the Most High told Moses, "Because there's sin in the camp."
Come on. Oh, when they fight AI. Is that what you're doing?
No, you know when Achan did.
Yeah, when they fought AI.
Right.
And lost.
Yeah, and he got all that stuff right. Yeah.
That one.
That's right. He said, "Because there's sin in the camp."
Right.
And so that's why we have to make sure and be careful that we're keeping ourselves guarded and covered.
That one person.
That's it.
One person stole something.
That's it.
And I can't remember how many men died, but they
It
lost
was
the battle.
Yeah.
And
It was thousands. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's important. I mean, we joke about it, how the devil's mad at us, but it's a serious thing that we have to watch with our spiritual eyes.
Especially if you're
what's
supposed to be
going
synced up, because I'm linked to you and you linked to me.
That's right.
And one person let a
That
spirit in here.
And that chain is broken. It's broken.
When you're talking about with each other, and even down to those that watch every day, y'all, they connected
too.
Exactly. That's right.
So that's connected too. So
That's right.
we think about us right here, but those that watch every day, we connect to them too. So
That's right.
my mess up, think about
Yeah.
what my mess up could cause. Not only these that I see every day, but what we got about. Well, we don't really know who actually watch every day, but we have the ones that talk off.
Yeah.
And that's still.
Yep.
Those are connections. So those
Right.
that's part of what our mess up affects.
Yep.
Right. Right.
That's
Mhm.
right. It's not about us.
Right.
At all.
We have to remember that it's not about
That's
us.
why we gotta make sure we keeping each other like
That's it.
Praise God, man. And
Yep.
if it's anything,
Yep.
fix it.
Okay.
Lorraine gave you guys Romans 8:4-10.
Okay.
Romans chapter 8, verses 4. That the righteous of the law might be fulfilled in us,
Mm-hmm.
who walk not after the flesh,
Right.
Mhm.
but after the Spirit.
Right.
For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh.
Say that again.
For they that are after the flesh
Right.
do mind the things of the flesh.
Uh-huh.
But they that are after the Spirit, the things of the Spirit.
Right.
For to be carnally minded is death,
Uh-huh.
but to be spiritually minded is life and peace.
Right.
Because the carnal mind
Watch
is
this.
enmity against God.
It's what?
Enmity against God.
Okay.
For it is not subject to the law of God, neither indeed can be.
Can be.
So then they that are in the flesh cannot please God. But
Say it again.
So then they that are in the flesh
Flesh
cannot please God.
Because the flesh ain't subject to the law.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Yep.
But ye are not in the flesh,
Yes.
but in the Spirit.
In the spirit.
If so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you.
Yep.
Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his.
Uh-huh.
And if Christ be in you, the body is dead because of sin, but the Spirit is life because of righteousness.
That was a good one, that girl.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's right. And saying that's what we're saying. Who are you lending your vessel to?
That's it.
If you walking in the Spirit,
Yep.
you're lending it to the Most High, and you can see the other spirits coming.
Yeah.
You can see it coming,
That's right.
and you just got to nip it in the bud. I'm gonna get another way in a minute after we get this.
Okay.
Yalisa said, "This fire has been hot enough. I don't want that eternal smoke that is to come for those
Me neither.
who do not repent."
Me neither.
Nietzsche said, "Man, listen." Yalisa said, "Say it, BJ."
I don't know what I said, but I said,
I know it's it.
hey.
Right.
Okay, Yalisa have posted Romans 2. Romans, how many she posted? Romans 8, 1-4, and I think this is 13-18, but I just read Romans.
Oh yeah.
Some of Romans.
Yeah.
Some on, let's see.
I guess we could get 1-4 though.
What is it? Romans what?
8.
8.
Yep.
Okay, Romans 8.
Romans chapter 8, verse 1. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus, who walk not after the flesh,
Not after the flesh.
but after the Spirit.
Right.
For the law of the Spirit of life.
Wait a minute. Because I hear people say that all the time.
Yeah.
They only.
Yeah.
What does that mean? There's no more
Condemnation. Right.
to them which are in Christ Jesus,
Uh-huh.
who walk not after the flesh, but in the Spirit. Why?
Uh-huh.
Because everything you're doing,
You ain't sinning. You walking in the Spirit.
Right.
There ain't no penalty if you ain't sinning.
That's right.
That's why I said those who walk in the flesh are not under the law.
Mhm.
You ain't under the law. Why?
Mhm.
Because you ain't sinning.
That's right.
The law is not for people who walk in the flesh, it's for sinners.
That's it. That's what the law was made for.
Go
That's
ahead.
it.
2. For the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus have made me free from the law of sin and death.
Yep. The law of sin and death. The
Mhm.
law of sin and death say if I sin, I die.
That's The law.
I'm free from that law.
Yep.
Okay.
For what the law could not do,
Mm-hmm.
in that it was weak through the flesh, God sending his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh,
Mm-hmm.
or and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh.
Ooh, man. I'm so scared I want to touch it, but I know I'm going to probably lose some hope if I go on. I want to go. Ooh. Carlos, you got.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone too.
Read it again, yo, man.
Yeah.
Let's hear it again.
Yeah.
For what the law could not do,
Mm-hmm.
in that it was weak through the flesh,
Mm-hmm.
God sending his own son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh.
What's the one in Hebrews? I think it's 10. You always get about the bullets and rams and goats. Couldn't.
Romans 10. Oh, Hebrews 10.
Is that it?
The Hebrews 10 you talking about?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
always get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hebrews 10.
Read the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us,
Mm-hmm.
who walk not after the flesh,
Right.
but after the spirit.
Right.
And 5. That was 1 through
No,
4.
she jumped
No, that
down
was-
12
okay.
through 18.
And that's what we just read.
yeah.
didn't we? Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Brian
You can get to
Tyler
it.
said, I will continue to
Revelation.
pray.
I have to go to Revelations and
Yeah.
explain some kinsman redeemer, go to Ruth and Boaz and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Brian Tyler said, I will continue to pray for you brothers. Keep sharing life.
Thank you, bro.
bro. Thank
You too. You
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying them Friday night Friday evening walks.
You be spot on. Oh,
Yalisa said, dang, we was on the same page with Romans.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
Jeanette said, my first time with y'all, shalom, and thank you for your obedience.
Shalom, Jeanette.
Hey,
Thank
man.
you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
yeah.
Being with us on this Sabbath. Thank you.
Yalisa said they left out Matthew 5:17 through 18.
Think not that I come to destroy the law. Is that it? Matthew 5.
I got it.
What is 5:17 say?
Yeah, that's
Matthew chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I have come to destroy the law or the prophets. I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Mm-hmm.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise tittle shall in no wise pass from the law,
Yeah.
till all be fulfilled.
All be fulfilled. All be fulfilled.
Oh, yeah.
All have not been fulfilled.
No, not yet.
Yeah. So the law is not done away with.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say? He said, I am not come to destroy,
I'm
but to
fulfilling
fulfill.
it to confirm it.
So what do they get in the church that you don't have to go by the 10 Commandments no more?
That's the Pauline doctrine.
When he said he didn't come to destroy, but to fulfill
Right.
the law. But you're telling me he did away with the law. That's what the church says. He did away with the law.
Said.
That's right.
That's
Paul said
the
he did
problem.
away with the law.
Right.
Who said that? Paul said,
Paul
be ye
said
followers
that.
of me as I follow Christ.
Right.
I mean, so, if you remember that one verse right there,
That's right.
2 Corinthians, I think it's 11, 2,
Yeah.
something like
I
I don't know,
11.
somewhere
I
in
don't-
there.
I don't know what
Maybe
verse
1
is.
Corinthians 11. It's one of them. But he said, be ye one.
Yeah.
In fact, verse 1. Be ye followers of me as I'm a follower of Christ. Now, how's Pauline doctrine? There shouldn't be no such thing as no Pauline doctrine. Should?
No.
If he follows Christ,
Yeah.
Christ got his own doctrine.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mia said, touch it. She said, seriously, please.
That'll take us in a no different direction, though.
Yeah.
We really
sure
need to
will.
get into finishing this up. If we got time,
Yeah.
maybe we will.
Yeah.
I promise you. But we really need to finish this lesson off. We will touch it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That it? Other than that, okay. All right, we come back to that.
Yeah.
Let me get Matthew 5 real quick, and then another 5. 5 started at 20. Oh man, let me get that. 23, 24 is what I want.
Matthew chapter 5, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother have aught against thee.
Remember that I got something against somebody?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it say?
Mm-hmm.
No, is that what it say? Read it again.
Hold on, remember that thy brother hath aught against thee.
Against
Wait a
thee.
minute. I ain't got nothing to do with him having no ought against me.
Right.
That's him.
Right.
I ain't mad at him. He mad at me.
Yeah.
How can I fix that? If she mad at me, what I'm gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
What does it say now? Now read it one more time.
Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother have aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Ain't that something? Most High say, I don't even want the gift.
I don't need it. I don't want it.
I don't even want it until you straighten things out with your brother.
There's sin in the camp. Sin in the camp.
Because you know it. If he allows
That's
you
right.
to know that there's a problem, then that means you can fix it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or
Or
you
at
can
least
try.
Yeah, try.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
You go to the person and they just don't want to buzz. Hey, you did what you supposed to do.
Right.
You did your part.
That's it.
If they want to be mad and still hold on to it, then hey, remove yourself before you get pissed off, and then guess what?
Yeah.
Doors open.
Right.
Now both of y'all.
That's right.
And the spirit sitting there like this here. Look at these fools.
Man.
look,
I did good.
Yeah, done it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Feed me, Simo.
Yeah.
what do you want to get? You want to get something?
Yeah. Along the lines of
Ooh.
go back to
How far are you going off this path?
oh, it's right on.
Okay, we're good. Good. There you
we
go.
still staying on
All right, good.
on that subject. But go back to Enoch for a minute.
No.
Oh, I wanted to answer that question too.
Which one?
When he asked when I was in the bathroom about. Go ahead.
Big
Big
Nog.
Nog. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Go ahead then.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Well, it's kind of off the subject. I get it. Then. What you
Write it down, BJ.
I know that's right.
I got it.
Yeah.
You right. Touche.
Where you going, nigga?
At the end, the last what's it, 10 or 11 verse?
15. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Verse 10, Enoch chapter 15, verse 10.
We was talking about the spirits, right?
And the spirit of the giants afflict, oppress, destroy, attack, do battle, and work destruction on the earth and cause trouble. They take no food, but nevertheless hunger and thirst and cause offense. Spirits shall rise up against the children of men and against the women, because they have proceeded from them.
These spirits proceeded from who?
From men and women. From the women.
From the women. Right. Okay.
Yeah, the man that had nothing to do with them.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. You called it. It proceeded from the woman. Now, sisters, let's talk for a minute, because this is very, very important. And Nidra said a lot yesterday, a mouthful that was hitting right on this, because she understood it. We know that the woman is the receiver. And when I say that, she basically she's the woman is the nurturer, she's the receiver, she receives everything. So it's very important to remember that
That's it. You trying to say it gently?
yeah, because I don't want
Come on out.
women, and I know y'all understand that women are receiving, and it's so women have to be very careful about what they receive in their spirit, because I was talking about the example last night of when the Most High created Adam, and He gave Adam the laws. After that, we know the story. He took the rib out. He made the woman, and of course, after the Most High brought the woman to Adam, the Adam, you gonna get that verse?
Yeah.
Okay, Adam taught the laws to Eve as well. So they both knew the law. They both knew the law. Now, in the midst of the garden, question, why did Satan, as a serpent, go to Eve?
1 Peter 3:7.
Uh-huh.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge,
Uh-huh.
giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel,
Uh-huh.
and as being heirs together of grace of life,
Right.
of the grace of life,
That's right.
that the prayers be not hindered.
That's right. So Satan knew that as being the weaker vessel. Why did he go to Eve in the garden? Because he knew that he could
Emotion.
play on. Yeah, go ahead, Nisha. He knew that he can play on Eve's emotions. Now men and women, we both have emotions, but a woman's emotion, like Nisha was telling or was explaining, is more heightened or outward showing.
That's what we are.
Because
We're supposed to feel. That's our nature. We feel, and if we're not knowledgeable about what it is that we feel,
right.
it can be turned in. So that when you said it, then a lot of times we hear weaker vessel and get offended.
Right. Exactly.
But it's actually a powerful thing.
Yes.
Because the weakness is not really a weakness.
Right.
It can be a weakness if we don't sharpen and do what we need to do to
That's right.
do it correctly.
That's right.
So it's weak because we don't know.
Right.
But when we know, it's a very powerful thing.
Exactly.
In a
And
good way. But
yes.
it can be powerful in a bad way.
Yes.
If we don't.
Leave doors open with your
It
emotions.
leaves right.
Exactly.
Exactly. Thank you, Nisha. Because I've learned myself and going through the scriptures and learning about the woman and the man and their roles. And one thing I remember is that sometimes I can't say we because I'm not a woman, but as a woman, the Most High made y'all are the backbone of what we do. Now, the Most High has order, but if you remember, He had the disciples in front with him, but the women, the women was always there doing things to keep the foundation.
Man, I'm going there too.
To keep the foundation, and so y'all are the backbone. Y'all's I won't say job, but what the Most High has y'all for is very important. It's very important. And so if a woman allows different types of spirits to enter in, it's breaking that foundation more than we know. And because a woman, I'm gonna put it like this: when a woman be with multiple men, and that's why a lot of women, when we come into, when we start understanding, start understanding their worth. When a woman is with multiple men, then they're going to receive the spirit or spirits of the man that they were with, because they are natural receivers. So they're going to receive those spirits that they entangle themselves with.
And not saying it can't go both ways.
That's right.
But
and so they're going to start acting indifferent, and sometimes I don't even know why. Because of that. And so y'all job is so important, and so that's why it's so important for women to know their worth and to also to keep and guard their temple. You have to keep and guard your temple, sisters, because give me right quick. Go to
Right.
yeah, we're gonna do that after. I want to get that example. What I'm talking about. Luke 8. Give me Luke 8 right quick. I believe it's just 1 and 2. I want verse 1 and 2. Luke 8.
Luke chapter 8, verse 1.
Watch this.
And it came to pass afterward that he went throughout every city and village, preaching and showing the glad tidings of the kingdom of God. And the 12 were with him.
Mm-hmm.
And certain women,
Certain what?
women,
Which
had been healed of evil spirits and infirmities, Mary called Magdalene,
right?
out of whom went 7 devils.
What? She had what?
Mary called Magdalene,
Mary Magdalene,
out of whom went 7 devils.
She had 7 devils in her. Now, if you do your research, I forget what book it's in, but it goes more in depth about Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene, it talks about she was also known as the woman with the plaited hair. And we remember in the First Timothy 2, it talks about the woman, how she's supposed to dress modest and don't wear certain plaited hair.
Yeah.
Mary Magdalene, she wore those type of hairstyles that enticed men. Mary Magdalene was promiscuous. She was one of those promiscuous women, and she had been with men. That's why she had those 7 devils. She had been with those men, and now she's carrying the spirits.
Would you call her a lady of the night?
Well, she was very promiscuous. Yeah. But she carried those devils, and she was healed, and she was delivered from that, and been with the Most High ever since. So that's why I'm saying, ladies, sisters, it's so important.
My mama. Probably my mom.
Oh,
accident, brother.
Oh, okay. I thought Jerlene want to chime in on that one.
I thought my mama had hit the wrong button again.
Yeah, but it's so important what our sisters take into their spirits. It's very important. Go, Nisha, you had something to say?
I don't lost that, but when you was talking about it's our job, it is our job more than we realize, because the men are on the front line. Our job is we're supposed to be in the back praying, guarding, blocking, doing all of those things. And how can we do that if we don't have what we need? Because
we need y'all strength.
Yeah.
We need it.
Like, I know we talked about it a little bit last night, but I'm gonna say it because I'm a woman and maybe say I'm better.
Yeah,
you guys.
I'm glad you. Yeah, I was hoping one of your sisters helped me out, boy.
This platform is a beautiful platform, and because of the way it is, our women, all praise to the Most High, have somewhere that they can come. Men too.
Yeah.
But our women have somewhere they can come get information, learn, and strengthen themselves.
That's right.
A single women.
Yeah.
However, the enemy can use that to open up the doors for the single women.
Yep.
As well as you all's wives.
Yep.
As well as other aspects. If we, as the women, allow it. But it's our job as the women to know this, understand this, and keep our minds. So, like a lot of times when we say keep our temple clean, mentally, worldly, we've always only seen it as stop having sex,
right?
But it's so much more bigger than that.
Yeah.
You have to know what that goes back to what your triggers are.
Right.
Like for me, a compliment is a trigger for me. People don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But it may not be. Like you might say a compliment and I leave it at that.
Yeah.
But if you say a compliment and I snap real quick, please don't take it to offense. That's because I will do it.
Right.
Y'all, everybody probably don't experience it.
Yeah.
But that's me snapping at that spirit because I feel it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, sit down.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Because that ain't what this is.
Right. Yeah.
So we have to do that because so say for instance, y'all my brothers, I would never see y'all like that. But say for instance, if I allow a compliment coming from one of y'all, I ain't finna look at one of y'all like that or see y'all like that. But that spirit, I didn't address that spirit.
Yeah.
So now that spirit is in the atmosphere to be able to do what it want to do.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So we as women, like you were saying,
yeah,
we receive it.
Yep.
And if we don't address it and we don't do our job,
yeah,
and y'all don't know, because that's the difference between us. The beautiful thing about the way the Most High made us, we see stuff that y'all don't see.
True. Yep.
But the bad part about it, if we see it in our flesh eyes, it causes problems. But if we see it in our spiritual eye, then we know how to address it in a spiritual way.
Right.
But if we're not looking at it in our spiritual eye, it could turn into a whole lot of turmoil.
That's right.
So our women have this beautiful platform that they can come to, but if we're not guarding ourselves, this platform could actually send us to a bad place.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Good point. Good point. Very good. And sisters, I'm telling you, we need y'all. We need y'all, like Nietzsche was saying, to y'all hold up, y'all keep us in prayer, y'all hold us up. Y'all are the backbone of everything we doing. You know, I was telling Nietzsche, the Most High used Nietzsche to start this platform. And I told her, and we were talking about this last night, if Satan would use Eve to destroy everything that the Most High was doing, then what do you think, or who do you think he's going to try to use first to destroy this platform? It's the same thing. The female, the women. He's going to do his devices and his tricks are good, but it's nothing new under the sun. He's been doing the same thing since the beginning of time because he knows it works.
Yeah,
it works. So he would try to use the woman against the man because that's like you said, that's the order.
Yeah,
that's the order of things. So if I can knock things out of order, Most High's order, then I'm doing my job. And so it's very important, sisters, that y'all, like Nietzsche said, to keep us in prayer and be the backbone for us because we need y'all. We do. And if we our wives, our loved ones, our friends, we draw out, and the men would tell you, we draw our strength from you. So if anything is wrong in our marriage or anything, that's zapping us. That's zapping our energy.
Yeah.
And we need to get things right because we're supposed to be one. Even as a couple, we're supposed to be one. And so if that bond is broken and something that's not right, then it's like the man or the husband is out there on his own, and he needs that help me. And so don't allow the enemy to break that bond.
What is the saying is, a man to be in a house, there's just gonna be a house until that woman get there. The woman gonna make that house a home.
That's right.
You know,
the backbone.
Like you said, it's the backbone.
Right.
I like the lion pride. The women lion, they go out and get the meat. You know, like you said, they're the pride of the lion family.
That's right.
Know? Most of the males just sit back, sleep most of the time. You know.
Yep.
And the women get on that line. You think he's the king of the jungle? Let him make them women lions mad. He finna run up out of there. You know.
Yeah.
But I
don't
know if it's a good thing, but sometimes I see it as a trick of the enemy.
That's what it is.
Because I was raised up with a single mother, me and my brother. All we knew was mom. Mom was daddy, mama, and daddy. That's how it was. And grandma was the same way. Everybody, big mama. Never heard of big daddy. But you got a bunch of big mamas.
Yeah.
And, you know, they run the scene, this generation. It's the mothers, you know.
Yeah.
But I think we've forgotten about that. In the younger generation now, you got the women thinking that they don't need a man.
Yeah.
Man.
I am a man.
Yep.
I can do it all on my own.
Right.
You know.
Independent woman.
Yeah.
I just give you an example how far we're taking it. Now, the woman used to take good pictures, you know, just the face, pretty smile.
Mhm.
And now all of a sudden, instead of the picture of the face, here it comes the trend. Most women take a picture like this now. They want you to see that.
Yep.
Forget the face. This is most of the pictures I see on Facebook now. Is this.
That's it.
You know,
Exactly.
I think that needs to change because we're not focused on this. We're focused on the flesh, the body.
That's it.
You don't want no relationship. You don't want to know what her parents look like, what she does, or anything. You just looking at, oh, you see that. You ain't looking at the face. Ooh, that body right there. Look at that.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're making it the norm now.
Mm-hmm.
And it got to the point that now you see fellas doing it. Fellas, you just saggy clothes, you know what I mean, the baggy clothes and all that. Now the clothes, men are wearing clothes just as tight as women. They're putting the eyeliner and the eyelashes on.
Yeah.
Men are.
Taking selfies all day.
Yeah.
Men got more selfies than women now. That is not. We barely get on, taking selfies of each other.
Yeah.
And now the men are starting to do it. Take those backward selfies. Want you to see them.
That's right.
You see how the trend is going?
That's right.
It's like the things are swapping.
Yep.
The woman is becoming the man, and the man is becoming the woman.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the trick of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's the trick of the enemy.
First
But
row.
we're getting too caught up in it, and we're making it what it is. We make things the norm now.
Yeah.
What we usually wouldn't do, now it's the trend of make it normal and it'll be all right.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and have, get married, but you can go sleep out on your wife or husband because it's the norm now.
Yep.
Everybody does it.
Yep.
Young men, especially, they have somebody in a relationship. Most of them trying to see who else they can get because that's the norm. A lot of married men are still coating on their wives because it's the norm.
That's right.
That's what my brothers them did. That's what my best friend is doing. That's what my daddy did.
Yep.
And that's become the norm. And we
Ain't best friend.
Huh?
I'm telling her I ain't your best friend.
Oh,
We friends. I ain't his best friend.
but I mean, this how it's going now. I'm glad y'all brought that up, man.
That's good, man.
But I think the roles are trying to be reversed, and you see it now.
Yeah, it is.
There's more women that want
Society
to be men
reversed that
now.
role, man.
Yeah,
Society
they don't need a man.
Yep.
You can take care of it own.
Society has reversed it, man. You're right.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good.
Oh man.
But they puts a back seat to the man because now the young men don't know who they really are, what it is to actually be a man.
Yep.
And see, that goes back to what we were saying, a spirit. That all stem from one spirit that wasn't shut down.
Yep.
And now look what it's done. It's brought forth 7 or 8, 10, 20 more spirits. So
Yep.
now, all because of a spirit that wasn't shut down.
Yep. That's it. Yep.
Get Matthew 12.
Kind
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna delete all these other ones. It kind of went a different way. Matthew 12. Let me see. Oh, I'm sorry. I started I'm at 13. I'm right. Start 43.
We in 12 though, right?
12:43.
Matthew chapter 12, verse 43.
Mm-hmm.
When the unclean spirit is gone out of man, he walketh through dry places seeking rest.
Hold on. I'm sorry. Because Carlos was talking about Mary Magdalene
Yeah.
receiving the spirit, seven
Devils.
cast out of him.
Yep.
And with those demons in you, you cannot. We just read in Psalms, Yalisa gave us, Psalm 94, verse 20. He said he can't hang around that.
That's right.
So he'll leave and let the spirits have you.
Right.
Okay, so how do you get the spirits out?
Mm-hmm.
It's, through baptism, we're clean again, right?
Right.
We're a new creature.
Right.
Okay, 43 when the what now?
When the unclean spirit is gone out of man, he walketh through dry places.
What kind of place?
Dry places.
I guess 'cause you wet. You just got out that water.
Yeah.
Okay, you walking through dry places. Okay.
Dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none.
Uh-huh.
Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished.
Why is it empty? It should have been filled with
Filled with
something.
something.
You got baptized,
Right.
and then you got clean.
Yep.
But you went. You didn't go to the right or to the left.
You went right back to the.
You went to nothing.
Right back.
Okay, I ain't sinning no more.
Right.
Nor am I in this Bible.
Right.
The place is empty.
Yep.
Okay, that's what they love that. They found the place what? Empty, swept, and garnished. Looking good. Okay.
Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself.
Wait a minute, how many?
7 other spirits
More wicked than himself.
more wicked than himself.
Okay.
And they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
I ain't nothing to say.
It
said it.
It's
You get- How many times do you see people baptized and then that's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they get clean and that's it. They
You
don't
gotta
go.
start filling it up with something.
You got to fill it up.
With
What
this word.
Rodney started off talking about
That's
eating.
right. Yeah.
You got to eat this word
Right.
to ward off them spirits.
Right.
You come if the spirit had came there and the Holy Spirit had been there. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought the place was vacant. Nah, Holy Spirit live here. You can't come up in here, and that's the whole thing. Psalms 91 is talking about.
Yeah.
You under the shadow of the Most High
Right.
when you walk in the Spirit.
Yeah.
Fill it up with the Spirit. That's all I'm saying.
You know, sometimes I believe that sometimes we fear to give up total control.
Oh yeah,
If you know what I mean.
I do.
There's a fear to actually give up total control. Because we love the Most High. We want to follow His law, statutes, and commandments. But there's still a piece of me that I want to keep. I want to keep because
how?
I'm just wondering, but do you even know that you're holding on to it?
Well, this is what I'm talking about. On what he just said, he might hit it a little bit, but what are you talking about? You talking about from a man's perspective or a woman?
both.
Because I can see it even harder for a woman.
I can't see it harder for me.
Because a woman has to be submissive to a human man.
Yes.
A man
Yeah.
who, if he ain't totally submitted to the Most High,
Right.
he gonna leave both of y'all astray.
Right.
So I got to trust that you are who you say you are. And me, as far as a man, you know, I got to be submissive to the
Most High.
to the right.
Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
So I can just see it. I mean, I know it's hard on a woman.
Yeah. In that perspective, you're right.
Yeah,
it is.
It's gotta be hard.
It's
on a
hard.
woman.
Let us know, women. Hey, stop saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If we doing what we supposed to be doing, then it won't, because you're gonna be doing what the Most High said do. So you're gonna be praying and making sure that He doing what He's supposed to be doing. So He gonna line up with the Most High.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's
because you can't make him line up now.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
How
what-
you can do
exactly
it. But if
right.
you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, then
I
what
hope-
He's telling you to do should be lining up
Hope she
with what the Most High say to do.
Right.
So there should not be an issue. However, if you're not doing what the Most High told you to do as a woman, then it becomes an issue.
Well,
Because
see,
now He's telling you to do something
Yeah.
that you don't even want to line up with the Most High with. So how are you going to line up with?
Well, what if a woman comes into this truth and the husband ain't in the truth?
Right.
You know, and she's trying to keep it, but the husband, you know, when they met each other, neither one of them was in the truth.
Right.
She came across it, and she's trying to show her husband and everything, and her husband ain't with it. So that's what I'm saying.
It's hard.
You can
That's
pray,
hard. Yeah.
and that's all you can do is
Yeah.
pray
Yeah.
and keep living, keep doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
But you know, to make a man or whoever
Mm-hmm.
submit, you can't do it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
and all you can do is pray.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's gotta be hard on a woman when a man just whenever he make up his mind, okay, I'm ready now. Then pretty much he can go on.
Right. Right.
And be submissive.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that's what he chooses, if that's what he gonna do.
Right.
But a woman got to pray that this man is who he say he is. He ain't no imposter.
Yep.
He ain't just playing church.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, it's
I-
very hard.
I had one more example.
Okay.
I don't know. Hey, the tone then kind of switched a little bit, so I don't know. if
Well,
this
let's just
We gotta let it
go with it, man. Go with it.
go.
Go with it.
John. We get John 12 first. We get a couple verses, and then we're going to jump to John 13. I'm going to show you how to these spirits.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about the spirit. Right? John 12. I don't know. A lot of people, we might not notice this. Let's go. Give me 1 through. Just put 1 through 11. We might not need it all.
Okay.
John 12, verse 1. Then Jesus, 6 days before the Passover, came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, which had been dead, whom he raised from the dead. There they made him a supper, and Martha served, but Lazarus was one of them that sat at the table with him. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard, very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, which should betray him, why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence and given to the poor?
Look here, he questioning, want to know why. Look, he didn't put a price on it and everything already. He know how much it's worth. Go ahead,
Give it to the poor.
give it to the poor. Yeah. He ain't studying no poor.
No. Then he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief and had the bag and bare what was put therein.
That's how he knew how much it was worth. He probably stole it before. And so, well, anyway, so so he's upset.
Yeah.
He's upset that we didn't sell this and put it in the bag while I can steal it later. There's an offense. Okay. All right, man. Let's go to 13 real quick. Let's start at 1 right there.
John chapter 13, verse 1. Now before the feast of Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of his world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them until the end. And supper being ended, the devil having now put into the heart of Judas Iscariot, Simon's son, to betray him.
There was an offense. There was an offense in chapter 12.
Yep.
Right.
The door's open.
Yeah.
Now Satan is coming in and put it in his heart. Look, what he was mad about money, right?
Right.
Yep.
So what is he gonna get for this betrayal? Money. Okay.
3. Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hand, and that he was come from God and went to God, he rises from supper and laid aside his garments and took a towel and girded himself. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel wherewith he was girded.
I wanted to get that because even though he knew Satan was in him, this is the last chance. He just giving us all this detail. In verse 1 there. He loved them. He loved them to the end. I know Satan's in you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to baptize you. I'm going to wash your feet. Anyway, this is a symbolic baptism. He said, you're already clean because you've been with me. Now you only need to have your feet clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's my last chance to try to save this brother.
Yeah.
Is what it seemed like to me. Now,
Yeah.
don't hold me to that.
Yeah.
Right.
But he went ahead and he washed his feet. Now let's jump over jump on down to same thing, same chapter. 21.
In verse 21. When Jesus had thus said, he was troubled in spirit and testified and said, Verily, verily, I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me.
21.
Yeah, verse 21.
Mm-hmm.
Still in
13,
13. We're still chapter 13, verse 21. Verse 22. Then the disciples looked one on another, doubting of whom he spake.
Mm-hmm.
Now there was leaning on Jesus' bosom one of his disciples whom Jesus loved. Simon Peter therefore beckoned to him, that he should ask who it should be of whom he spake. He then, lying on Jesus' breast, said unto him, Lord, who is it? Jesus answered, He it is to whom I shall give a sop when I have dipped it.
Mm-hmm.
And when he had dipped the sop, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon.
See, he could have done this before he washed his feet.
Right.
You know, he knew then. It ain't like he didn't know. But I'm just saying, you know, he still. That's why I think it was a effort to try to bring him back. I don't know, but go ahead.
I see where you're going with it.
Maybe not.
I
Yeah,
see.
we don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I see where you're going with it.
don't write that down as fact. Now.
I see where you're going with it. Yeah.
But go ahead, man.
27. And after the sop, Satan entered into him.
You know, Satan entered into him.
Then
Go
said
on.
Jesus unto him,
Yeah.
That thou doest, do quickly.
Go on. All right. That's
Yeah.
all, man. I just want to show
Yeah.
any little offense.
Yeah.
He said it wasn't even his money.
Yeah.
It wasn't his all.
Right.
It ain't got nothing to do with him.
Right.
But he wanted something that he could have had.
Yeah.
Covetousness. We don't even think about that as an open door.
Mm-hmm.
But any sin will open the door. And Satan can come in. And look what happened. Killed him.
That's it.
People die over covetousness and gossip. That's another one. You know, when he was on trial, people lied and said, "Yeah, he said this and he said that."
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so gossiping is a big one that we think is nothing. No,
Yeah.
it got him killed.
That's a big one.
Open door.
That's definitely a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the line, on the lines of that, BJ, there's certain things that, like I was saying, that we try to hold on to.
Yeah.
And some things we've been talking about walking in the spirit and walking, but truth be told, sometimes we want to appease our flesh.
Mm-hmm.
If we be honest with it, we want to appease, and there was certain things that we have to be careful not to do. We want to do it because we want to. It's something we like to do.
Yeah.
But we still want to walk in the truth,
Right.
and still follow law, statutes, and commandments. But on the other hand, I don't think this little thing is going to hurt.
Little thing.
But we have to understand we're trying to yield our whole give our whole heart 100% to the Most High.
There you go.
When we died and was baptized, we became a new creature.
Yeah.
Therefore, like we was just saying, our vessels are empty. Now what you're going to fill it up with?
Right.
Are you going to put you're going to put some word in it, and then you're going to put some more of what you used to do
Mm-hmm.
or what you like to do?
Gray area scriptures.
You don't want, that's right. You don't want to, and that becomes a problem because what Nisha was talking about earlier, that's a open window
Yeah.
for the spirit to come in.
Right.
And we don't look at it like ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. And so when we're in this walk, y'all, we have to understand and realize that certain things that we were doing when we was in the world, we just can't do no more. And when I say that, it's like certain type of music
Right.
that you knew, appeased your flesh, you have to let it go. Certain things that we watched on TV, we have to let it go. Well, I like that show. I used to like, but if it's going to make you or you start acting indifferent, because we can easily, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that show. Okay, that's the
Right,
way for
for
you
you.
to, yeah, right. That's
But
for
it-
you.
But it's a strong one for me.
Yeah.
Everybody's different.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everybody's-
Exactly. And so certain things and certain people, y'all, we have to let go that are just
Yeah.
they don't want to hear nothing about the truth, but they'll get on the phone and gossip with you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we use
Guess what happened with so and so, and you right there listening to it,
Mhm.
Yeah, before you know it.
and before you know it, there's a spirit. So it's just certain things, y'all, that we have to totally let go. And I know some of us are new in the walk and we still learning, but it's just things that we have to. I have learned myself.
Yeah.
That's why I can talk about it, because a lot of the things, as far as relationship wise with the wife and I'm saying, we can tell y'all stories that will blow y'all mind that we had to learn in this walk, and you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
Because it's peace in the flesh. You don't want anything to hurt or jeopardize your relationship with the Most High,
Mhm.
with your friends and family that's walking in this truth,
Right.
and with your spouse.
Yeah.
Very important. And the enemy knows that, and he will play on it. I'm speaking from experience, y'all. The enemy will play on it.
Especially, there
He'll
been
use your spouse, he'll use your kids.
In a minute.
He'll use all of them.
In a minute, if we allow him to. That's the difference between walking in the flesh and walking in spirit. And a lot of things we won't let go, and we harbor on to it. Remember the story in and we were joking about it the other day, but we was talking about how we make justifications about things, and we say, and sometimes it is true, but sometimes we say, well, yeah, I know I'm doing that, but God working on me. No, he's not.
No, not. You gotta work on you.
Yeah, no, he's not. He's not working on it. He's waiting on
Yes,
you.
exactly.
Right.
You gotta work on you.
He's waiting on you.
You come.
If you let it go, whatever it is, then he can deliver you from it.
Right.
So stop putting Most High in it, saying, "Oh, he working on
when
me."
you put up
No,
that
he's not.
sin, that's a barrier that he can't cross.
That's right.
Mhm.
You got to drop
He's
the
wait-
sin
he's
down
waiting on
before
you
him to come even farther.
To let it go.
Yep.
We have to stop saying that he working on me. No,
And
he's not.
we gotta stop just because we done got into the truth that I'm good. No, you're not.
That's right. That's just the beginning.
Yeah, you gotta keep on, remember.
Yeah.
Keep doing self-checks.
What
I
else?
mean, but
What-
this is what you've been taught.
That's
That's
right.
what you've been taught. All you gotta do, be baptized and just believe in God. Hey, and your name is written in the book of life.
Yeah.
And no more reading.
That's it. That's all we have to
20
do.
years later, I was baptized in 1993. So I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Uh-huh.
Just verse 1.
What we-
Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha,
Mhm.
chapter 2, verse 1. What is that?
My son,
Uh-huh.
if thou come to serve the Lord,
Uh-huh.
prepare thy soul for temptation.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, because it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming.
It's
You
coming.
you think it ain't? It's coming. He said, prepare thy soul for temptation. Now, how you prepare your soul? You gonna get them. You gonna get them. You getting the 6? You be 6 in there.
How bad? Yeah, I'm about to get it. How bad? We had to ask her, how bad do we want to be healed
Man.
or delivered for something? Because we say we do,
Yeah.
but how bad? Give me John 5 right quick.
You gotta get mad
1
at
and
it when
2.
you see it.
That's right.
That's how you know you for real.
That's right.
Want it gone. Like you gotta get mad at it and everything connected to it when you see it. And yeah.
Yeah, That's
real.
it. How bad do we really want it? We say we do, but do most I know your heart.
Yeah.
Do you? Do you?
Really done with it? You get mad even when for the thought. You get
Right.
Mad at yourself even having
Because
thought.
we just want to miraculously think that Most High just take it from him.
Right.
No, but you still want it.
Yeah, you still want it. You have to get mad.
No. You have to let it go first, and then I'll take it. What's this? Me and Bridget were joking about this the other day. What's this?
John 5.
That I saw in that. Yeah, John 5:1-2.
John 5.
That's all I want.
Chapter 5, verse 1.
What?
After this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool,
Yep.
which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having
Bethesda,
5 porches.
Yep.
In these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, and blind,
All kind of
Hawks,
sick, blind folk
withered,
sitting by this pool.
waiting for the moving of the
They
water.
waiting for the moving of the water.
For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had.
Now watch this, y'all.
And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years.
38 years sitting here by this pool, y'all.
When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him,
Wait, hold on, y'all. This man, now there's an angel that stirs up the water. Whoever jumps in there first, they're healed. You're healed.
instantly.
This man been sitting here 38 years.
Yeah.
38 years with the same infirmity.
Yeah.
What did Christ ask him?
When Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case,
He
said
said
unto
what?
him,
He know he been out there a long time in that case, right? Okay.
Wilt thou be made whole?
Do you want to be healed? That's what he asked him. Do you want to be healed? What did the man say?
The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool. But while I'm coming, another steppeth down before me.
That's not what I asked you.
That ain't what I asked. I said, do you want to be here?
That's not what I asked you.
Give me another.
Stop making excuses. Stop making excuses. Stop justifying.
I could have been scooted over there by now.
38 years?
Right.
That's
He
not
ought to
what
be
I...
sitting there with his feet in the water.
Some should have got in there. But Christ said, you want to be healed? Well, I can't because nobody... Christ like, that's not what I asked
I
you.
ain't asked you all that, man.
So do you want it or not? And we have to look at ourselves sometimes like that. Do we really want to let go of what some of the things that we deep down we want to keep? Or do you really want to be healed from it?
Right. Yeah.
We have to ask ourselves that sometimes. Do you really want to be healed from that? Or do you want to continue listening to that
excuse.
type of type of music?
Because
It make you feel good. You still want it, right? Be honest with yourself.
People, I get attention when people walk by and they see me. I'm handicapped. They feel so sorry for me, and I like that attention. And if I could walk, then, they ain't gonna notice me,
Right? Right.
Some people like their infirmities.
There you go.
A lot of people like their infirmity. They live off of it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's one I can't stand it. Like I don't even like y'all. This one right here is get people snapped on and they don't even realize. Compliment me or ask me. It don't even be me intentionally. It be I don't like that. I don't listen. Don't give me that. I can't do nothing. I can't even open up my eyes without the Most High.
Right.
Don't want no attention.
No. That's it.
Really got too far.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Uh-oh.
Golly, I'm sorry.
Let's see. Yalisa said that crafty council at its finest. Suffered billions of folks since Constantine and them. Just imagine the timeline of deception.
Yeah.
Since the cross.
Yep.
She gave you guys Exodus 13 and 12. That thou shalt set apart unto the Lord all that open the matrix, and every firstling that come of a beast which thou hast.
Yep.
The males shall
Be the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
through the Matrix. You didn't know the Matrix was in the
I
Bible.
didn't know that word was in there, did you? Matrix.
She also gave you guys Numbers 18, 14, and 15. Everything devoted in Israel shall be thine. Everything that opened the matrix in all flesh, which thy bring unto the Lord, whether it be of men or beasts, shall be thine.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, the firstborn of man shall thou surely redeem, and the firstling of unclean beasts shalt thou redeem.
So every time a male child was born, you're supposed to make a sacrifice.
Right.
Yeah, you redeem it through the sacrifice. You redeem it at first through the sacrifice.
Yeah.
She also gave you guys Deuteronomy 5, 26. Looks like 26 through 33.
26. 33.
5:36.
Yep.
26.
5:26. Yep.
For who is there of all flesh that have heard the voice of the living God speaking out of the midst of the fire, as we have and live? Go thou near and hear all that the Lord our God shall say, and speak thou unto us all that the Lord our God shall speak unto thee, and we will hear it and do it. And the Lord heard the voice of your words when ye spake unto me, and the Lord said unto me, I have heard the voice of the words of this people, which they have spoken unto thee, that they have well said all that they have spoken. Oh, that there were such an heart in them, that they would fear me, and keep all my commandments always, that it might be well with them and with their children forever. Go say to them, get you into your tents again. But as for thee, stand thou here by me, and I will speak unto thee all the commandments and the statutes and the judgments which thou shalt teach them, that they may do them in the land which I give them to possess it. Ye shall observe to do therefore as the Lord your God hath commanded you. Ye shall not turn aside to the right hand or to the left.
Right.
Ye shall walk in all thy ways which the Lord your God hath commanded you, that ye may live, and that it may be well with you, and that ye may prolong your days in the land which ye shall possess.
Right.
Naran said, we have to guard our hearts, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Before I came into this truth and was doing things outside of this truth with men, I would be attached to that man.
That's right.
Didn't let him go, even if was just for a one night thing.
Yeah.
It was soul ties. Would be with someone else and be mad that both wouldn't give me attention. I would pray to get that off of me, not knowing what I was fighting. But now I know that I was carrying their demons as well as mine.
Ooh, that's good.
That's heavy. That's heavy.
That's why
That's
I'm
good.
so careful now as far as men goes, who I let close to me, my heart, and even my home. All things for me will be done in order from now on.
Wow.
Praise
all praise. Naran, that's good.
Man.
That's deep there.
And that would have to be some heavyweight carrying your own demons and he. That's like
real.
like your birth.
Yeah.
Like your load, bro.
Yeah.
Like that load. Man, that's you know what?
That's good, yeah.
Something about the Most High when you free indeed.
Man.
That would have been personal.
Exactly. Now she exposed
a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She exposed that thing.
And she free.
You
can't hold that against me.
Man, that's
Right.
I'm free.
I sure did. Look,
Free indeed.
somebody come and say, you know, okay, yeah, I did.
That's right.
Keyword did. I ain't her no more.
That's it. A new creature.
A new creature.
You're a new creature
She
now.
was something else.
Man.
I ain't her
That's
no more.
good.
That's good.
Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
good.
gonna help somebody else.
Yeah, sure will.
Lisa responded to her and said, all praises to the Most High. We all had similar situations in the past, and we need each other to continue to endure.
Yeah.
That deep sleep was serious, and the enemy took strong advantage of us being ignorant. We must know better and do better. That is the key. And Naran said, that's right, sis. Can't look back.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yalisa also said,
Turn
the
it
queen protects the king. Life is like chess in the sense we have
Yes.
to see the
Yes.
enemy moving 4 steps ahead.
Yes.
This is spiritual warfare. Strength doesn't matter unless the Most High is providing it.
God
The
is
Most
good.
High said we shall be redeemed, not by strength nor by might, but by my spirit.
That's right.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And they go to that.
Tan said we
Good
are
stuff.
to cover
Yeah.
you all, especially in prayer.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank
You just said exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
We need it.
Yeah.
Jeanette
That was another
said
meeting.
sexually transmitted demonic spirits.
Yeah.
Hey, that's what
Yeah.
it is.
Yes.
And we read that in
That's good.
Jubilees
I like that.
last week,
Sexually
where
transmitted demonic spirits. Yep.
hey,
Yep.
because like we read in Jubilees, the evil spirits are causing the disease.
That's right.
And when we know that, then we can guard our gates a little better.
Yes. Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
and you see it even with gluttony.
Mm-hmm.
That's a sin. Your body ain't gonna hold up under that too long. You have put a spirit in of eating. You know, just things we don't even think about.
Man, let me show you how. And I stress it all the time how important a woman's worth and a woman's temple is when Most High created y'all. In the wilderness, when when the Most High gave the people of Israel the covenant, and Moses gave them the law, statutes, and commandments, said, this is what y'all gonna do. And the people said, all that you have, you commanded us, we will do. What happened after that? Moses took the branch, the hyssop, with the blood, and sprayed it on the people.
On the people and all.
That was the covenant. That was the marriage.
Right.
You're sealed. That's it.
Right.
That's the covenant. Now, the woman, what she was made for. That's right. When a man, this is why it was only in the beginning was only supposed to be with that one man.
That's right.
Because when that woman, this is how important y'all are. When that woman consummates with that man, has been a virgin. That's right. The what they call it?
Hymen.
The hymen. Little pool of drop of blood that's there.
Yeah.
Right.
A seal has been
It's a
broken.
look. It's the seal. That's right. It's been right. It's been broke. And there's blood.
Right.
Blood with that man. That shows what? That's the covenant that you have with that man.
That man.
That's it. With that man only.
Yeah.
That's how important the sisters are. That's the covenant that you have with that man.
He built you with that.
And that's right. He built y'all with that way, just for that reason.
To make a covenant with that man.
And so that's why when we in the world and we did not know these things, the Satan played on it.
Right.
And that's why our women, they was out there. We was out there chasing every woman under the sun.
Breaking high.
Then you had women that were promiscuous and was being with, through 2 or 3 guys, receiving all these type of demons and spirits and everything else. And the whole thing is the covenant is all broken up because of it.
I want to go get baptized again.
Man. So man, it's a beautiful thing how the Most High set it up, and Satan just perverted the whole thing.
Exactly.
He twisted the whole thing around.
That's why the woman is such attached to a man.
Yes, that's why.
It's just her.
And that husband.
Yeah.
They become one.
It's supposed. Yeah.
That consummation. The spirit
no more two
becomes one. That's right. They now no more two, but
you
one.
can't break that. You ain't
It's
supposed to be able to break that spirit.
That's right.
It's your bond.
Right.
Soul ties. What she was saying.
That's right.
And you carrying,
and
but anything that's of unclean and not of him.
Yep.
Wash it away.
That's it. That's what the baptism is for.
And then go do it right.
Do it the right way. That's how important y'all are. Okay,
good, man. That's good. Yeah, man, that was good right there.
Miss Mary said,
Go ahead.
Miss Mary said, LOL, my kids had a big daddy. That's what they called their grandfather. Yalisa gave you guys Deuteronomy 5:26 through
Let me just read that.
Yeah,
33.
yeah, we just read it.
Okay.
10 said that was Satan's plan anyway, to reverse the role.
Yeah.
Turn my holy thing upside down.
Upside
Who
down.
turn my stuff upside
Twisted.
down?
Yep.
Yeah. Satan is. It's his world.
Yep.
Jeanette said the world says good is evil and evil is
Evil is good.
Upside down.
That's it.
You turn my things upside down.
That's it.
As long as it's cool, it's all right.
It's,
Yep.
it's Satan's world.
It's Satan's world. That's right.
Set it up the way he wants.
Yep.
And he put people in place to set it up the way he wants. It got to be done by man, right?
That's
we
right.
talked about that.
Got to use the man.
So whose spirit
That's
are
it.
they wearing? Your leaders.
Yep.
Who legalize same-sex marriage and abortion?
Homosexuality, yeah.
Is that of the Most High?
Mm-mm.
Hold on, but do y'all see how he's trying to counterfeit the Most High
He's doing everything
by putting it in law?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I never. You can be what you want to be. You
Yeah.
know, like you know, you want a guy liking a guy. You know, that was enough back in the day. But now they making laws about it.
It's wide open.
You see them? See how they try to put it in? They're gonna make you gonna buy it because I'm gonna make it a law,
Right.
and we're bound by laws.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
Say something about it. It's gonna be a hate crime.
Oh, you can't
You gonna
do
get
it.
charged.
Yeah. And they'll make a law, pass a law just to satisfy that certain group of people.
That's right.
You know?
Yep.
There ain't nothing new up under the sun. They've been
Sure
doing.
right. Yep. Sure enough.
This gave you guys Deuteronomy 9, 3 through 7.
3 through 7. I got you. Yep. Chapter 9, 3 through 7. Understand therefore this day that the Lord thy God is he which goeth over before thee as a consuming fire. He shall destroy them, and he shall bring them down before thy face. So thou shalt drive them out and destroy them quickly, as the Lord has said unto thee. Speak not thou in thine heart, after that the Lord thy God hath cast them out from before thee, saying, for my righteousness the Lord hath brought me in to possess this land. But for the wickedness of these nations the Lord doth drive them out from before thee. Not for thy righteousness or for the uprightness of thine heart dost thou go to possess their land, but for their wickedness of these nations the Lord thy God does drive them out before thee, and that he may perform the word which the Lord sware unto thy fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Understand therefore that the Lord thy God giveth thee not this good land to possess it for thy righteousness, for thou art a stiff-necked people. Remember and forget not how thou provokest the Lord thy God to wrath in the wilderness, from the day that thou didst depart out of the land of Egypt, until ye came unto this place. Ye have been rebellious against the Lord.
Yeah. One day we go through a lesson on that right there, man. That's a lot in there.
Yeah.
What just happened?
Okay.
What's wrong?
Still
Okay.
on. Yep.
All right.
It is
Yeah, that's a lot in there that we ought to get the background for. Is it? Yeah, it's froze. Mine froze too.
What the world?
Yeah, still got a connection though.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
And then it might come back on because
Facebook, y'all still hear and see us?
no, I don't think so.
Nothing. I guess we're still good. Juju, we good over there? Oh man, we got some comments from Juju too.
Mm-hmm. That's what he was gonna get. Let me see.
I'm trying to see if I can hear. You already did.
I mean, you can post. Oh yeah, I guess you can always post though. Huh?
I think it went out on.
Yeah, it did. Let me hit it. Give me 1 second. Facebook. I'm just gonna pop back on real quick.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, I might be wrong. It's going slowly. It's yours starting.
saying yes.
oh, really?
But Lisa said froze up mid screen.
Hey, I'm gonna
Did all this because I left.
I'm gonna
Give it a second.
nah, I'm gonna get out and come back.
Oh, you're okay.
Oh shoot, I mean go that far.
You starting it over?
Yeah.
YouTube watching still?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where we at? Come on now. Ooh, good job. I don't even think I did it last time.
Yeah, you did. Well, actually, I did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I know I did.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Maybe they'll get the notification.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is. All right. All right, Facebook. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Man.
We back.
Okay.
Let me see if I can get back on this. What were we talking about?
Ro was doing the comments.
Okay. Yeah, you got to go back to the old one though.
I can get Juju.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Get up, yeah, Juju.
You need another phone. Huh?
Juju said Mary Magdalene was a used convert.
Oh, you what?
You would.
Oh,
Used Corvette.
Corvette.
That's a convert. I'm sorry, y'all. A used Corvette.
Y'all talking about that?
Juju Izzo said fast.
Little red Corvette.
Yeah. Juju said them side poses too, and 1 foot heel raised to look sexy.
That the one?
When in reality they look disabled. Juju said their favorite line, God ain't through with me yet. More time to keep indulging in the sins that they ain't willing to part
Yeah,
from.
exactly. Yep.
Juju, a 21-year-old virgin back in 1985, conceived in 86, still with the man that I chose to be with.
That's all right. Wow, that is rare.
21, you went to 21, Juju? Man, that's good.
Know that, right?
Dang. Woo, man, I ain't gonna even say how old I was. But anyway.
Sweet.
What you say, fast?
Couldn't drive, I know that. Anyway, go ahead, man. I'm just joking.
Oh, man.
I'm not even gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
Can you get them?
Yeah, that's good.
You won't let her go back.
Okay.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna miss all of them.
Sorry about that.
Be careful not to touch the screen because I don't know what we're gonna do.
Let me see.
Where was we at? Where did they take us at? Oh, she was reading.
Can't do it.
Mm-hmm. See what come. Yeah.
It went backwards.
Yeah, it went down.
Let me get that Ephesians 6 while
Okay. Yeah, let's hit that then.
because I want there's a quick story I want to get.
All right. All right. Where you want to start at? 10? DJ?
Oh, I'm sorry, man. This is crazy.
What happened?
Something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, wherever you want. Get there. I want to get all the weapons though.
Okay.
All of them.
You start 10, man.
All right. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Mhm.
Right.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood,
Right.
but against principalities,
Uh-huh.
against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
In high places. So Paul is telling us this is what our fight consists of. It's not flesh. We think it is. It's not flesh, but it's a spiritual battle
Right.
that we're fighting against.
You say principalities
Uh-huh.
and powers
Uh-huh.
against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Yep.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yep.
I'm gonna start right there because man, we get this love preaching on Sunday, as though there is no wickedness. God is all love. He's gonna bless you. Just come on to church, and you're gonna live a comfortable life. And see this here, the word is telling us, wait a minute, it ain't like that.
Yeah.
You're wrestling against stuff you can't even see.
Yeah.
You can't even comprehend.
Yeah.
The powers that be, there is darkness. It's shining as light, but it is darkness. You know, we were always looking for the power. Look, the presidency.
Right.
We choosing, we voting. Oh, he's gonna do this, and this power, and most of it is in darkness, y'all. They're telling us rulers that are in darkness.
That's it.
Spiritual wickedness, not fleshly wickedness, spiritual wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
And
But we are reacting
in the flesh.
in the flesh. Paul is telling us, no, this is a spiritual battle. This had nothing to do with the flesh, but we're reacting in the flesh.
You know, it's bad to think about it this way, but you know, who said something about chess? The spirit,
Yeah.
spirit world is they're the ones doing the fighting, and we the avatars.
There
Uh-huh.
you go.
Yeah,
Yep.
we the avatars for whoever can get the most to fight with.
That's right. Yep.
I mean, something to think about. Man.
Yeah.
He's saying
Spirit world is fighting for your vessel.
the flesh is playing checkers and the spiritual world is playing chess on you.
That's it.
13. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God,
Uh-huh.
that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day,
Yep.
and having done all, to stand.
Right.
Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth,
Your loins.
and
Truth.
having on the breastplate of righteousness,
Righteousness.
Mm-hmm.
and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace.
Mm-hmm. The gospel of what?
Of peace.
No, of peace.
Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked.
Right.
And shield.
Yep.
And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God.
Only offense too is this here. It's the only thing you can fight with. You got it? Okay. Now remember that because when we come back, I want to get a quick story on what he told you to put on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick story.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can find. Go ahead.
Tan said sometimes we don't know we're holding on to the things, two things, but the more you study the word, the more the Most High starts to show you. Did I read it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Right.
Yep, that's right, Tam.
And if you go back over the next time, same thing.
Yep.
Yeah, Lisa gave you guys Deuteronomy 9:24 through 29.
We did read that one.
Yep.
Y'all already did that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Terry Perry said, thanks for helping me see that I must check the spirit I'm bringing when I meet people in general.
Oh man, you know your spirit always on right. You ain't got to worry about it, brother.
That's good though. That's what
Yeah.
we was talking about. A lot of times we don't think about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What spirit we bringing or what
Right.
spirit other people bring.
I ain't never seen Terry out of character. Hey man.
Need to say, yes, brother, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Michael said, Yeshua taught us to love your enemy.
Yeah.
Judas was his example that we can witness. Judas was an enemy of our Messiah.
Yep. And he loved him.
And he loved them
He said that in verse 1, then he washed his feet.
to the end.
Yep. Love him to the end. That's what he said. Didn't he?
Yep.
Sure did.
Yeah, Lisa said, if the Most High did not love and forgive us beyond the anger we provoked before he snatched life back into us, we would have been extinct before we ever knew what happened to us.
That's right.
Just blindly wandering through life with no desire to seek our Maker and know what he planned for us. I have heard the saying, Grandma's prayers kept us alive. We just don't know how true that is. We had elders that knew this before us. Mine were taken before I was old enough and began to seek answers. Since 11 years old, the men of my life have been from the other side. Some of the women too. I don't want to say I resent them, but they could have told me what I was up against and life would have been easier. I have learned though, our timing is not God's,
Right.
nor are our thoughts. We must know that the time is now for us to step into our road he chose for us and never look back.
Yes.
I am grateful for the storms I grew through.
Yep.
My testimony began as a baby, literally.
Yep.
A product of the strange wives, result of the forbidden fruit. Can't shake what the Most High taught me if I wanted to.
Wow. Awesome.
Man.
Awesome.
Naran said, that's right. I used to love power, but child, I had to let that show go. Had me feeling gangsta out here. Cannot be that way with the Most High.
How you spell out here?
That is O-U-T.
Chill.
O-U-T, chimp.
That's good, Naran.
Text it to me.
That's good.
I'm sorry. Yalisa gave you guys Leviticus 17:7, and they shall no more offer their sacrifices unto devils, after whom they have gone a whoring. This shall be a statute forever until them throughout their generations.
Mhm.
She also gave you guys Proverbs 21:2. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes,
Yep.
but the Lord pondereth the heart.
Yep.
In his own eyes.
His own eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'll justify some stuff.
There's a way to
'Cause
seem
we
as
wanna
right
do
to
it.
a man.
Yeah.
Tan said, you have to get mad and cuss Satan out.
I swear you do.
I have to constantly tell him to get behind me.
Mhm.
I curse the devil and praise my God for giving me eyes to see the enemy. I have to praise my God for loving me and showing me who I am in him.
Yes.
I'm just picturing her cussing the devil out.
Jeanette
Amen,
Harvey,
sister.
Jeanette Harvey said, he know my heart, shaking my head.
Yeah,
That's
man.
it.
Nikki
Hey,
said,
that's the most
That's
famous
the most
quote.
famous
Yeah.
But
quote.
before you get ready to do some dirt,
He know my heart, or
you
he,
know my, well, you know my heart.
he know my heart, or he's working on it.
Yeah,
Nikki
and
said,
go to do
right,
it.
right, LOL. They right too. He knows how wicked it is.
That's right.
Yalisa said 2 Chronicles 12:14, and he did evil because he prepared not his heart to seek the Lord.
Yep.
She gave you guys Deuteronomy 4:35-36. Unto thee it was showed that thou mightest know the Lord, that the Lord, he is God. There is none else beside him.
Beside him.
Out of
That's it.
heaven he made thee to hear his voice,
Yep.
that he might instruct thee. And upon earth he showed thee his great fire, and thou heardest his words out of the midst of the fire.
Mm.
Jeanette said, What are you
Willing.
willing to do? Give. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
What are you willing to give up?
That's what she's trying to say.
Yeah, I think she's saying,
What are
willing to
you-
do, willing to give up and willing to
Sacrifice, let go, walk away from. How bad do you want it?
Right.
This show got to go.
Got to.
You can't take that.
Can't take it with you.
You can't take it, man. You
Yeah.
can't take nothing with you.
No. Gotta let it go.
Yalisa gave you guys Ecclesiastes 8,
Hmm.
5-8.
Eight.
Yeah, Ecclesiastes 8, 5-8.
Okay.
She says, whosoever keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing.
Right.
And a wise man's heart discerneth both time and judgment.
Yep.
Because to every purpose there is time and judgment.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore misery of a man is great upon him. For he knoweth not that shall which be. For who can tell him when it shall be?
Mm-hmm.
There is no man that hath power over the spirit to retain the spirit. Neither hath he power in the day of death. And there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it.
Mm. Okay. It's good.
Miss Mary said, he was 18, I was 17. Only one man, nearly 50 years until the day he died.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm talking about memory.
I'm telling you.
Covenant. That's it there.
Yeah, man.
That's the covenant.
Terry said, great
Wow.
study today. This was the first time staying tuned in because of work. I put my phone in my pocket to stay in range. Thanks for some fresh advice.
Oh man, appreciate that.
Welcome,
Terry.
brother. All
Right.
praises. All praises. All praises.
We get the ones that's
Yeah.
on this one.
That's the new ones there, huh?
Yalisa said, it's wild because when the spirit was on me so hard, I could do nothing but write. There was a strong comparison to chess and checkers that started a whole argument with my evangelical uncle. Yalisa said, we be making up words in this squad.
I know it. She wrote one the other day. Took me 10 minutes to figure it out.
And then Lorraine gave you guys Jeremiah 17, 9, and 10.
The heart.
Yeah, the heart is wicked.
Wicked above all things.
Who can know it?
And desperately wicked.
Desperately wicked.
Who can know it?
Who can know it? That what 10 say? That's 9.
It tries to. Well, let me. I don't know if I'd mess it up. Jeremiah 17.
Jeremiah 17.
I can't remember.
9 and 10.
10, yeah.
10.
I try the reins. Yeah, that's it.
I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins.
Yep.
Even to give every man according to his ways,
Right.
and according to the fruit of his doing.
According to his ways.
Yep. To his ways.
That right there tell you there got to be a standard that he's judging your ways from.
Yep.
What is that? Because there ain't no law no more according to the church.
Mm-hmm.
What is he
So
judging?
what ways? What is he judging?
What is he
from?
judging your ways against?
There ain't no law. Then what is it? Yeah. You just picking on.
See what I'm saying, man? Yes. Hey, Proverbs. There's somewhere Proverbs say that the first that comes to tell a matter seems right,
Right.
until somebody comes and asks the right question.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear that, and it sounds good, but then you say, "Well, wait a minute. What he measuring us against? My ways against?"
Yeah.
And now that first one, it don't sound too right no more. You asked the right question.
Uh-huh.
All right, man.
All right.
So you just read about the armor, right?
Yep.
Breastplate, feet shod, the shield,
Helmet.
the helmet. Yeah.
Yep.
I want to get a story out of 1 Kings 22. Man, it's a good story. I hate to jump around it. Can you just read through? I'm gonna stop you very minimum.
Okay.
Minimally.
So you get started.
Y'all, Lisa. 1 Kings is 22.
Starting verse 1.
Yeah.
1 Kings chapter 22, verse 1. And they continued 3 years without war between Syria and Israel.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass in the 3rd year that Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, came down to the king of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And the king of Israel said unto his servants, Know ye that Ramoth in Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Syria.
The Syrians had came and took Ramoth Gilead. I want to say they were supposed to give it back, but they never did. So the king of Israel is going to make an alliance with the king of Judah. And, well, here it comes. Go ahead.
4. And he said unto Jehoshaphat, Wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses.
This is one of the few times that you see Israel and Judah going to come together.
Right.
Yeah, but go ahead.
5. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, Inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today.
Uh-oh. We got a problem. Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah.
King of Israel. Yeah, okay, king of Judah, right.
King of Judah, the southern kingdom, is saying to the king of the northern kingdom, saying, hey, ain't you got a prophet around here? We need to talk to the Lord about this, and we're going to fight Syria. Let's talk to the Lord, make sure this is something we ought to be doing. So he said, look, go get a prophet. What's the problem? There ain't no prophets of God in the northern kingdom.
Right.
We got a problem. What's going to happen?
6. Then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, go up, for the Lord shall deliver it unto the hand of the king.
Who was the 400 men? We just read it somewhere earlier.
King, the men
400 prophets of Baal.
Balaam.
Baal. That's right. So he got these idol worshipers as his prophets.
These false prophets.
These false prophets, and they say, yeah, okay, yeah.
Go on up.
Go on up.
They gonna deliver.
Go ahead.
7. And Joseph had said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides, that we might inquire of him?
Look, I need a prophet of the Most High.
Right.
I ain't studying these prophets you got over here with Baal.
Right.
Give me somebody real.
Yeah.
What do you say?
And the king of Israel said to Josaphat, there is yet one man,
Mm-hmm.
Micaiah,
Uh-huh.
and the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord.
Uh-huh.
But I hate him.
Why you hate him, King?
You always speaking against me. I hate that joke.
For he doth not prophesy good concerning me,
Why
but
not?
evil.
Why? Because you doing idol worship.
Oh,
You in the wrong. He ain't gonna have nothing good to say to you. But go ahead.
And Josaphat said, let not the king say so.
Uh-huh.
Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither, Micaiah, the son of Imlah.
Go get him.
And the king of Israel and Josaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes in a void place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria.
Uh-huh.
And all the prophets prophesied before them.
Okay.
And Zedekiah, the son of Shanaanah,
Boy, you good. boy.
amen,
Yeah.
made him horns of iron, and he said, thus said the Lord, with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou have consumed them.
See, y'all know me. I be seeing this. He even got some horns and he got on his head and look, acting it out. You know, this how you gonna beat him. You gonna push him back like this. He acting like a clown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Showboat.
Yeah.
This is how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
You put on a plate.
Right.
Sitting up there proper line.
I can hear the music play in the background and women dancing.
Mm-hmm.
And he put the Go ahead.
Proper line.
And all the prophets prophesied, so saying, go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper.
Go, prosper.
Yeah.
Go.
For the Lord shall deliver it into the king's
The
hand.
Lord shall deliver it into your hand. These are the Baal prophets. That's what they all saying.
Uh-huh.
Watch this.
And the messenger that was gone to call
Sound like prosperity.
Micaiah,
don't it?
Yeah.
spake unto him, saying, behold now, the words of the prophet declare good unto the king with one mouth.
Uh-huh.
Let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good.
Look, he said, look, bro. Look, Kai. Now look. Everybody else has already said
They prophesy a good thing.
that we gonna win and gonna
Don't
do
you
it.
go? Don't you go in there tomorrow?
Look, let's do the
Good thing now.
Do the same.
Speak some good
Speak
stuff.
accordingly.
Speak some
You
good
know
stuff.
what-
All right, bro. Go on in there.
You gotta speak the same thing. I want to hear some good stuff.
What happened?
Yeah.
And Micaiah said, as the Lord liveth,
Uh-oh.
what the Lord say unto me, that will I speak.
I'm gonna say what
Say
God
what thus
told me.
said the
to.
Lord.
Anybody, don't you tell me to say
Right.
what you want me to say.
That's
I'm gonna say
right.
whatever the God said me to say.
That right.
So he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear?
Uh-huh.
And he answered him, go and prosper.
Go, King, go, prosper. Yay.
For the Lord shall
Being
deliver it.
sarcastic.
Yeah.
For the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king.
Yeah,
Right there.
go ahead.
And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hill.
He said, oh, you want the truth? Okay, I'm gonna tell you the truth.
Uh-oh.
You asked for it.
Uh-huh.
This is the truth. Go ahead.
And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hill,
Mm-hmm.
as sheep that have not a shepherd.
Uh-oh. Why they ain't got no shepherd?
And the Lord said, these have no master.
Mm.
Let them return every man to his house in peace.
Ooh,
What's
that ain't good. Go ahead.
What
And the
is-
king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat,
Yeah.
did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil?
I told you he was gonna say.
I
I,
did not tell you that.
I told you he was
He
gonna
never got
talk
nothing
about.
good to say about me.
I don't want to hear him.
Man, go on with that. I got 400 prophets over here to this one. Who
Mhm.
you think I'm gonna believe?
Yep.
Go ahead.
That's like I'm gonna go with the mass.
I'm going with the man. Exactly.
Going with the
masses.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
And he said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left."
Now he's telling Micaiah. Micaiah is telling what he saw.
Right.
And
So has it.
this is what he saw. He saw this vision. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, "Who shall persuade Ahab
Ahab.
that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?" And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner.
Mhm.
And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, "I will persuade him."
Uh-oh.
How you gonna do that? That was a spirit. He's seeing a vision in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Most High sitting back saying, okay, how we gonna Ahab got to die.
Yeah.
It's time for him to go. How we gonna do it?
Mhm.
So he heard this one suggestion, that suggestion.
Mhm.
Right.
One spirit said, what now?
And the spirit and stood before the Lord and said, "I will persuade him."
How?
I will be a lion. Go ahead.
And the Lord said unto him, "Wherewith?" And he said,
How? Yeah.
"I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit
Uh-huh.
in the mouth of all his prophets."
Look at this.
And he said, "Thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so."
It's not flesh and blood.
That's right.
He said, "This I will go and be a lion spirit
Lion spirit.
and all his prophets."
That's it.
Well, I can see that because these prophets are false prophets anyway.
Yep.
It showed him just played out.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm gonna get Ahab dead for you.
Yep.
And I'm gonna prove that these spirits are false. These prophets are false prophets.
Mhm.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets,
Mm-hmm.
and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee.
Mm-hmm.
But Zedekiah, the son of Shanaanah, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, "Which way went the spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee?"
You talk to the king like that. Bye.
And Micaiah said, "Behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself." And the king of Israel said, "Take Micaiah and carry him back unto Amon, the governor of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and to Joash, the king's son, and say, Thus said the king, put this fellow in the prison, and feed him with bread of affliction and with water of affliction until I come in peace."
You want some stale water and some dirty water?
And some dried up bread, right?
Some stale molded bread. Go ahead.
And Micaiah said, "If thou return at all in peace, the Lord have not spoken by me."
Well, wait a minute. He said, put him in prison till when, and feed him with bread of affliction and water of affliction until I come in peace. And then what Micaiah say?
"If thou return at all in peace, the Lord have not spoken
If
by
you
me."
come back here, God ain't in me at all.
Right.
He ain't spoken by me. You, in other words, you dead, bro.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
And he said,
I just want you to see how he died.
And he said, "Hearken, O people, every one of you." So the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead.
Mm-hmm.
And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, "I will disguise myself and enter into the battle. But put thou on thy robe." And the king of Israel disguised himself and went into the battle.
And he did it. He said, look, I'm gonna dress up like a soldier because they targeting the king.
Yeah.
You kill the king, it's over.
It's over with, right?
He said, but you put on your gown.
Yeah.
You know, you let everybody know you the king.
Yeah.
Set you up. Begin to bid.
Set you up. Right. I'm gonna act like a soldier.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had ruled over his chariot, saying, "Fight neither with small nor great, save only with the king of Israel."
We only want the king of Israel. Kill him.
Yep.
That's where we go. That's the target.
Right.
Go ahead. And he already got Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, dressed up in the kingly robe.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
And it came to pass when the captains of the chariot saw Jehoshaphat that they said, "Surely it is the king of Israel."
Uh-huh.
And they turned aside to fight against him. And Jehoshaphat Jehoshaphat cried out. And it came to pass, when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him.
They only wanted the king of Israel.
That's it.
Now watch this.
And a certain man drew a bow at a venture.
A certain man drew a bow at a venture. What did that mean? Just randomly.
Just
I'm just gonna let an arrow go.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness.
Between the joints of the harness. He had on his armor, but the arrow found the chink.
Yeah.
Just happened to.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Wherefore he said unto the driver of his chariot, turn thine hand and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded.
Yeah.
He said, get me out of here. They shot me.
Yeah.
And the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians and died at even.
I just wanted to show you.
Yeah.
He's in sin.
Yep.
He's got his armor on.
Yep. But there was
An arrow.
Yep.
Shot at random.
Yep.
In the air. Just happened to find that chink right in his armor.
Yep. In the armor.
Killed it.
And what's going on, in the pitiful part was it wasn't instantly.
No.
He had to suffer a little bit.
Yeah,
with that wound,
exactly.
man.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
That's good.
horrible.
That's good.
But so, can you have your armor on and still be in sin? You think you got your armor on.
Yeah.
The arrow gonna find this
You're
moment.
gonna find it. That's right.
If you got sin in your life, it don't take no skilled archer to find that chink to hit just the right spot.
No, they'll find it.
Man, this was a random
They'll find it.
from a nobody.
That's right.
Don't even call his name. A certain man drew a bow.
Yeah.
Adventure. Just up in there.
Up in the air.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh
No,
man.
that was-
Ahab was bad though. I mean, Ahab was he the one that married Jezebel, right?
Jezebel.
Yeah, right.
Well, he said, you see, he got 400 false prophets.
Right.
Knowing
And
they
those were
false
her prophets. Right.
Right. He knowing they false prophets.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I, just want to get that story too, man, because
Yeah.
you like that armor. That's
Yeah.
6 and 11.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it, man.
Yep.
That's it.
That's good.
Which one? There's something you want to get?
Time for a tidbit.
No.
Oh, wait, we ain't had one of them in a minute.
About a month. Hey, come on, man. I got a tidbit.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
Now it's time.
Oh, yeah. Let's set it up.
up.
And now, brothers and sisters, it's time for Rodney's Tidbits, sponsored by Paradigm Chef. And remember, if it ain't script, you just running your lip. Take it away, Rodney.
I'll tidbit.
Take it away.
Moses with the staff.
Oh, yeah.
They could. They took when he took it out of the ground.
Yeah.
Oh man, Lord.
That's
So
what
many
it was.
chapters on this.
166.
Is it? It ain't great that far, is it? Or is it? 166. Yeah.
66. This is 77. 77. I had him in my book. I don't have my book.
Oh, okay.
That's why I'm using yours.
Yes.
That's all,
Yes.
man. I think it's 77.
77. Them 6 and excuse me.
I think it was when Moses. We're talking about the staff.
78. Here we go.
Here we go. Yeah. This it.
All right. There you go.
That's
Yep,
it.
that's
yeah.
it.
What chapter is this? Chapter 77. The book of Jasher.
Yeah.
Chapter 77. I'm gonna start with 37. But at this time, Moses, he was in a dungeon. He was there for how long? About 10 years?
Eight.
Yeah, about 10 years in the dungeon. And this is right when he's getting ready to go back and fulfill everything with Israel.
Yeah.
37.
You don't know when he was in Midian. Jethro had him in prison.
Right.
For what? 10 years.
8 to 10 years.
Yeah. So that's where we at. The Bible don't give you that account.
Right. 37.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruel commanded Moses to be brought out of the dungeon, so that he shaved him and he changed his prison garment and ate bread. What I'm finna get at is, like I said, everything that they told us, like the story that we see, the movie 300, we know now that was about us.
Yeah.
You know,
Maccabees.
and the Maccabees.
Yep.
And you always heard about what is it? Who's his name? King Arthur, and he's pulling the sword, the sword out of a stone, right?
Right.
So you always heard that story right there. Well, this is where they get it from. And Ruel commanded Moses to be brought out of the dungeon, so that he shaved him and he changed his prison garments and ate bread. And afterward, Moses went into the garden of Ruel, which was behind the house. And he there prayed to the Lord his God, who had done mighty wonders for him. And it was that whilst he prayed, he looked up opposite to him, and behold, a sapphire stick was placed in the ground, which was planted in the midst of the garden. And he approached the stick, and he looked, and behold, the name of the Lord God of hosts was engraved thereon, written and developed upon the stick.
Yeah.
And he read it and stretched forth his hand, and he plucked it like a forest tree from the thickets, and the stick was in his hand. And this is the stick with which all the works of our God were performed after he had created heaven and earth and all the host of them, seas, rivers, and all their fishes. And when God had driven out Adam from the Garden of Eden, he took the stick in his hand and went and tilled the ground from which he was taken. This is the same stick, y'all. And the stick came down to Noah and was given to Shem and his descendants until he came into the land of Abraham the Hebrew. And when Abraham had given all he had to his son Isaac, he also gave him this stick. And when Jacob had fled to Padan Aram, he took it into his hand. And when he returned to his father, he had not left it behind him. Also, when he went down to Egypt, he took it into his hand and gave it to Joseph, one portion above his brother, for Jacob had taken it by force from his brother Esau. And after the death of Joseph, the nobles of Egypt came into the house of Joseph, and the stick came into the hand of Ruel the Midianite. And when he went out of Egypt, he took it in his hand and planted it in his garden. And all the mighty men of the Kenites tried to pluck it when they endeavored to get Zipporah, his daughter, but they were unsuccessful.
Can pull it out. What that sound like, y'all?
Yep.
Can pull it out.
So that stick remained planted in the garden of Ruel until he came who had a right to it and took it. And Ruel saw the stick in the hand of Moses. He wondered at it and gave him his daughter Zipporah for a wife.
So whoever could get the stick out of the ground, Jethro said, "You can marry my daughter." People coming around from everywhere trying to pull this stick out.
Pull it out.
Moses praying, he looked up and see the name of God. Wrote on the stick in Hebrew. And he said, "Man, what the?" Pull it up out of the ground.
Just like that.
Just like that. Been in prison for 10 years.
10 years.
Over there.
Excalibur.
And that's how he got Zipporah.
And that's the tidbit. So you thinking that these folks that made up these movies,
I'm telling you,
they getting it
Straight
all
from the
from us.
Yeah.
Straight from the Bible.
Straight from these books.
All of this stuff, man.
But
But you see how they leave us out of it?
Yeah.
They leave us out of it. They're going to take the story, but they're going to change the character.
That's right.
You know? And that's all through life. Ain't nothing new up under the sun, y'all. That's Rod Tidbits for today. All praise to the Most High. Hey.
That's good.
That's it. Come get them, y'all, Lisa.
That's it.
Oh,
all right. What you got, Ro? Take us on out of here.
Yeah.
Read Ecclesiastes at the end.
I said it, huh?
Yolisa wants you guys to read Ezekiel 6, verses 6 through 10.
Ezekiel 6. Verses 6 through 10. Ezekiel chapter 6, verse 6. In all your dwelling places, the cities shall be laid waste, and the high places shall be desolate, that your altar may be laid waste and made desolate, and your idols may be broken and cease, and your images may be cut down, and your works may be abolished.
Mm-hmm.
And the slain shall fall in the midst of you, and ye shall know that I am the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Yet will I leave a remnant, that ye may have some that shall escape the sword among the nations, when ye shall be scattered through the countries. And they that escape of you shall remember me among the nations, whither they shall be carried captives, because I am broken with their whorish heart, which have departed from me, and with their eyes which go of whoring after their idols.
Mm-hmm.
And they shall loth themselves for the evils which they have committed in all their abominations. And the Lord shall know that I am the Lord, and they shall know that I am the Lord, and that I have said, and I have not said in vain, that I would do this evil unto them.
She also said, them crack attacks can be the difference between life and death. We leave one little piece of an opening and can let the enemy slide through. A sliver of an opening is all he needs when this world is his and we are already struggling to overcome.
That was my point. That's exactly what I was trying to say.
Yep.
Don't need much.
Yep, that's it.
Don't need much. He was covered up.
Yep.
Except for this one little window.
window.
One little thing he left open.
Yep.
And that little thing, like you was talking about, how bad you don't really want to give up.
Right.
You want to keep that little
One
piece.
little thing. Yeah.
One little thing.
Yeah. You want to keep it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That thing will get you killed.
Sure will.
She also said, Carlos has me crying over here.
What I do?
Just running your lip should be the title for Tuesday.
If it ain't script, you just running your lip.
She said, the sword and the stone.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that Excalibur thing.
Yeah.
That's what. Yep. That's where they get it from.
Miss Mary from the first video, which you have posted on, I'm not sure if Miss Mary on here. She said, I thank the Most High for opening my spiritual eyes to the truth introduced to us through you all. Makes me cry how merciful the Most High was and still is until we came into this truth.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, praise.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. And me and Michael was talking about that too. Because the way we might have worded something might not have been, we should have added something.
Mm-hmm.
Can the Most High hear your prayer sitting in the church? Yeah, if you're praying for truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
All of us was
We was
in
there.
the church.
That's right.
When we heard the truth.
That's right.
But if you know the truth and then you going up in church,
Right.
There we
man,
go.
Yeah.
death is.
Yeah.
I done gave you the truth. We didn't get the talents. We didn't get the Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Give you a little bit. What you gonna do with it?
Yep.
Yolisa said, what was it? Excalibur with King Arthur in Great Britain?
Yep. That was it.
That's it.
Yep.
Mike said, good stuff, Rodney.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Elder Mike. Praise the Most High.
And that's all of
Right.
it. She's replying to Yolisa, she said, yes, I've always watched and collected those types of movies and discovered a year ago that the stories were about us.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure
Exactly.
Sure is.
All about it.
Got it from the book. That's where they get it from.
You gonna close us
All
out?
right.
All right. Ecclesiastic 12, verse 13.
I'm sorry, Michael just put something.
Okay.
What is that?
Oh, I'm slow, Carlos. If it ain't scriptures, you just running your lip. He know what
There you
scripture
go.
I try to make it rhyme a little bit.
Mike. Hey,
I got a few bars,
hey,
Mike.
Carlo. Basketball. Yeah. Go.
I was trying to throw some bars on him, Mike.
Yolisa said he don't hear you on Sunday. This is why we cried all week long after getting the ghost they had waiting for us.
Getting the ghost. Getting the ghost. All right.
All right. Get out of here. Ecclesiastes 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
man.
fear God,
Yep.
and keep his commandment. For this is the whole duty of man.
Right.
That's right. That's it. So we enjoy y'all on this Sabbath.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
enjoyed
Sorry
it.
about the little mishap.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah. They catch the end of it.
y'all tune in and come on
Part
back.
2. The name of this part 2.
Tuesday,
Yeah.
7 p.m. y'all, Central Standard Time. We'll see y'all then. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Sabbath. All right.
Shalom.
Shalom. Fried tidbits.